gbèdé gbígbédé lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o àwa gangan ni bàbá.
Koikimedia, 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 we bringing the one closer to your doorstep.
They never sabi wetin we carry for her,
but e dey move closer before dem go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body,
but e dey move closer before dem go sabi.
ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ ìníhùn ló ló lajú.
ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdán ọ̀pẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu.
ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbódúdú àga.
Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wá.
ọmọ Odùduwà ṣègìrì ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀ ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí ká wálé gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀ àwa ní mọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri.
pé ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá.
Koikimedia àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wá kájé bùgbà yín jẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
à ń gbé tó lárugẹ à ń gbàsà lárugẹ.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
News and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́.
ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa mọ́ ni.
ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koikimedia ọlọ́lá gbajúmọ̀ mi o máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. à ń gbádùn rẹ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí ṣẹ́yìn ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ kájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀, àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní ẹbọra. ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé, ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
àtúnjàfẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o tọkàntọkàn.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
ikú tí ó ṣe bí lébi òsì àdìmú bàbá iyọ.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
We bring you work closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ o tó ń kan gígo lára ni.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́ àwa ní bàbá o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹ gbé polówó ọjà yín wá o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Odùduwà lágbèdá ní òtítọ́ lágbèdá ní.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
a kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀ a kì í sóníkèéta.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
àdúró tán a tún pèrègèdè.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Koikimedia we bring you work closer to your doorstep.
àwọn ní bàbá.
Koikimedia is around.
To give us latest.
Is around o.
Give us latest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo.
ladies and gentlemen,
ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo.
Koikimedia is around.
To give us latest.
Koikimedia, we bring in the
ìran ọmọ Yorùbá ọlọ́pọlọ pípé, ọ̀mọ̀wé ń bẹ, àgbẹ̀ ń bẹ, iṣẹ́ ọnà ń bẹ, kákónimọ́ra.
Ìwà ọmọ Yorùbá ni.
Kápọ́nilé káyẹ́ni sí.
Ìṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ni.
Ká sọ̀rọ̀ tútù tó yọbi lápò.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ló ní.
Òwe ìbáwí.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa.
Òwe ìkìlọ̀.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa.
Òwe ìwúrí.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa.
Tọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù.
Òwe là fi wá.
Àkànlò èdè ń kọ́.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ló lò.
Ibi gíga.
Ibi gíga gíga lọ́kọ̀ Yorùbá yóò máa lò. Ibi gíga gíga ẹ ti máa rọ́mọ Yorùbá. Ibi gíga gíga ẹ ti máa rọ́mọ Odùduwà. Ẹ ò ní rí wa lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́, ẹ ò ní rí wa lẹ́yìn. Ibi gíga lọ́kọ̀ Yorùbá yóò máa lò.
Adéwálé lùlù fún wa ibi gíga làǹkọ́jọ́ 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 ibi gíga làǹkóṣù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Iwájú iwájú lójúgun ń gbé. Òkè níjọ́. Òkè 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 lẹ́yẹ fọ́n òkè.
UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 7 minutes past the top of the hour, and it is the Thursday edition of the morning show. Something from Shadrach Mensah Kwesi. But it is my singular honor once again. I've got the white lion himself, but before I put him on, let me acknowledge Bishop Adesina. He says one of the arrested agitators in Ibadan, Nigeria, under the order of Mrs. Dupe Onitiri Yoruba Nation agitation, died in prison day before yesterday. It shows the health condition of others not good. Well. But now, let's go straight to our North London studios where we have the one and only Mr. Olayomi Koiki, the White Lion himself, who is all braced and ready to fire on all cylinders. So let me say, Yomi, good morning to you.
Well, a very good morning to you, Mr. Archie. Good morning to our listeners and viewers from around the world, and welcome once again, to the Star Radio UK this morning. It is the 22nd day of June 2023, and it is just coming up to 8 minutes past 11.
Okay, how are you doing, and how is the family?
Well, after a very beautiful day yesterday, the family is doing very well. We're grateful. And it's good to be back again, with the team this morning, as also, with the very program that we had yesterday. The family are very, very fine. It's just that the weather, is really doing its big toll on us. And that means that, you need to drink as much of more water, which is also very, very important at this particular time.
Yes, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Mr. Olayomi Koiki in our North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. But before we hit the ground running, well, yesterday it was another smash of a program. I was watching, I was doing something and still watching and listening to it. And I was listening and enjoying it. But there are some people who normally don't have the chance to listen to it, and if they miss out, we need to tease them to go there to listen. So what happened there on the Niger Voices yesterday, sir?
Well, the focus of yesterday, went back on again to the new service chiefs, because as many Nigerians, expectations are very, very high, and that literally means that, due to the insecurity in the country, the president have seen the footage of him arriving at the Global Pact Summit that is attending in Paris. Also, we know that there was a explosion in Paris yesterday, but not too close to anywhere near Bola Ahmed Tinubu was. But one thing we discussed more of yesterday was what is going to be the good relationship, the outcome of this particular new service chief, because they are the key actor when it comes to the security, the illegal of so many things that happen, whether the bunkering, whether the stealing of the crude oil, or whether the kidnapping of Nigerians, or just the normal average daily, crime that we have in Nigeria. And also, as many of those that are agitating would like to also remind those that believe, because when we looked at the breakdown yesterday, we have more Yorubas. Whether the other ethnic groups are pleased with that, I don't know yet. But what we can say is that, it has always been the issue that a president tried to balance the situation, but it seems that, looking at the numbers of the Yoruba people that have been put into different offices, we can tell that it is much more than the others as well. Buhari was able to do the same thing. But the argument is, how long can we remain as this, formidable unity, especially when we have, the insecurity that has been one of the backbone of not having us to produce food. We talked about the 64 million of the Nigerians will be going into hunger by the end of this August. So we talked about Etoabo. We know that farming has always been part of every part of Nigeria, but mostly as well in the southwest. So our guest spoke to us for about 30 minutes, giving us what they are doing as not just those that are sitting behind, even though they are asking for a country, because the country is not yet. We don't have the Yoruba nation at the moment. We don't know when it's going to happen. Nobody can predict that yet. But what we can say is that you should not sit behind and do nothing. So what they've actually started doing is a little bit small scale of farming, and we hope that some of the governors and some other people can key into it as well. But like I said yesterday, we also went further to say that next week will be focused on what is going to be between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the leader of the IPOB Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Likewise, what will be between Tinubu and Sunday Igboho, doctor, and we're going to be talking about him today because already the fake news that have traveled over the last 24 hours have now been put at rest after the spokesman spoke just about a few hours ago to say Dr. Sunday Igboho has not confirmed he will be returning to Nigeria anytime soon. The video in circulation was from April the 7th, a month after it was released, by the President Patrick Talon, that he's still grateful for because he's right. He's more respected in Benin Republic as against Nigeria, where he has lived all his life.
Wow. Listeners, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And those were excerpts from yesterday's Niger Voices. And as I did say, if you did miss out on the program, please go back and re-listen to it or view it. It is still there on the YouTube and all the social media platforms that we were broadcasting on. It is Star Radio UK. Miss OLAMILEKAN working on North London Studios. I'm actually here in the South Studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. Okay, now let's start it from this place. Well, Japa, like Bill Gates, I support Nigerians fleeing abroad. Brain drain will become brain gain, says Obi. Yummy. So after all, Japa is not bad.
We know Bill Gates, is the founder of Microsoft, even though there's been a lot of, conspiracy theory out there whether he actually owns the operating system. But that's for another argument, But what we can focus is we know that Bill Gates was in Nigeria, to visit Bola Tinubu, also with Dangote. And after Bill Gates, concluded his mission with the Bola Tinubu, the president, on Monday, before the president traveled to Paris. We know that he didn't speak after the outcome, but he was having an engagement in Lagos State with some of the youth. And he was even told by his daughter that, you're going to Nigeria, there's an artist called Rema, and there's another one called Burna Boy. He said he looked them up. And but the most important thing is we know that so many Nigerians are trying to do Japa. Japa literally means that people that wants to travel out of the country for greener pasture. It is not just Nigerians, people around the world. I was very close to the Nigerian High Commission yesterday, and I can tell you that, a lot of activities was going on there. We're going to be talking about that later as well. But one thing, focus to what Bill Gates was saying, says that, the Nigerian government spent about 6,900 naira per person on health annually. Not a very good one. The co-chair of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, has cited the poor investment in the nation's health sector as part of the challenges limiting the potential of many Nigerians. You are just hearing that one of those that attacked the Amuludun FM station that has nothing to do with the Yoruba nation has died in the custody of the police. We know that people died in the custody of the prison services here in UK, but what is the standard when it comes to those outside, not to talk about somebody in the prison cell? The amount is equivalent to 6,900 based on the exchange rate in Nigeria on the foreign exchange market on Wednesday. Mr. Gates said Nigerian government must also improve its investment in equitable solution in the people who are working on them. It also feels like, Peter Obi, find that also interesting. I'll come back again to you in the studio. This is still the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and I'll say it is a Thursday edition. Very, very hot out there. I've been out already this morning. If you're traveling on the public transport, on the London Underground, on the tram, make sure you have those water with you in the bag. because you might need them, especially in this very beautiful weather. Even though we know and we continue to pray at the last hour, if what you are saying, for those that have been underneath the submersible Titan, time is very, very unique now. And it just shows how important life is and how sometimes life could be taken away from you, whether for purpose that as an expedition, adventure, or just for somebody that says, let's see what it looks like underneath there. And I've been studying that in the last 24 hours, those that have visited it before. But the problem is Nigeria not also a Titanic?
Well, are people suffocating or not getting oxygen to breathe? And what is happening there? That is the question that Yomi is asking now. But it's all Star Radio UK. Now, interestingly, with everything and the fact that investments have not been the way it's supposed to be in Nigeria and everything, now we have somebody who is talking about this insecurity issue that was going on in his community, decided to rise up for on behalf of them and say that no, we cannot allow this to happen. We wouldn't allow that to happen. People should cease from perpetrating such actions. And he ended up being pursued and he had to flee the country. And I'm talking about Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho. Now, and that circulation, that video that is going viral saying that he said he's returning to the country. We talked after Tinubu took office that has he got in touch? Has there been any contact between himself and the Yoruba nation, okay, agitators, as to whether anything has been, and even to Nnamdi Kanu as well, as to whether there have been any movement at all? There doesn't seem to be any movement. I've always sat here and said that if there's no movement, I will never even advise him to come into the country, because you take the DSS and their actions, and even when the court rules and everything, they decided they don't want to know, they want to do whatever they think they want to do, then I would say that no, he shouldn't come there. But that circulation that is going around, and Onitiri, everything that is going on, what exactly is going on there? Yummy.
Well, let's first come to the issue surrounding the news coming out in the last 24 hours until we were able to to put a stop on that, because it seems that Dr. Sunday Igboho's name is a unique name. It's a name that if anybody hear that name, they want to know what is happening, especially those that are concerned that the government killed 2 innocent lives inside his property were damaged. So the expectation is that the new government will probably find a solution first to let us know what has happened to the bodies of these 2 individuals. One on the right hand side with the face cap out is one of his business partner. I met him when I was in Nigeria, for 6 months that we were all traveling together. He was just spending the night at Dr. Sunday Igboho's house until the very fateful assassination attempt by the federal government of Nigeria, by the former President Muhammadu Buhari, that gave the clearance for that. The other person on the left is his uncle that was just in the night also there, to celebrate with him that he has bought a vehicle. But it seems that the news circulating says, I am coming back home. Nigerian government must pay me the 20 billion. Yes, the Nigerian government have not made any payment yet, even though the court has asked for such payment, especially after all the cases around him has been quashed inside the Ibadan court. But it seems that some media in Nigeria are circulating a video that trended on the 7th of April, a month after Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho was released, from the captivity that he was kept in Benin Republic, to say, we've done everything, we've checked everything, you're not a criminal, we will just let it be. But it seems that some of the news says, I am coming home, Nigerian government owing me 20 billion. Once even went further to say, Yoruba nation, Nigerian government will pay me 20 billion when I return. But like I said, the clarity is now out. Dr. Sunday Igboho did not issue any statement to anyone, and he has warned those that are putting his name for marketing purpose to desist from such. If you are concerned about what you need to hear from him, why not get in touch with his spokesman and send an email where clarification before the publication. But as we do know, Nigerian media are fond of putting those out, and they will come back out and say, well, we probably never even checked, when they could have just made a quick search to find out whether it was true that Igboho is returning back, because there's always a way to do so. In terms of the, whether Bola Tinubu, like I said, is going to be having any engagement with the agitators, those that are agitating. Let's first leave that alone. Let us talk a little bit more about Nnamdi Kanu as well. Nnamdi Kanu, we've been talking about it on this program continuously, but I think that Bola Tinubu will have to return back to Nigeria and will have to deal with this situation, but that will be probably subject to when we have a new Attorney General of the Federation that deals in this kind of legal matter that Bola Tinubu might be thinking of. We don't know who is going to be the person, but as we do know, it seems that Bola Tinubu loves to remove people in the middle of the night and put in the new ones. So the AGF is a key actor. You talked about the new British High Commissioner visiting Nigeria. I was monitoring that as well. They were entertained by the Vice President, Shetima. And the question is whether there was any kind of conversation on the side by the Dr. Chris Montenegro, Montegori, the new British High Commissioner to Nigeria, whether they are going to discuss issue surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention, rendition back to Nigeria. But like I said, none of such came out. They were more focusing on the way Nigerian government is doing what they are doing right now. We bring in the proper possibility of a new policy that is going to work. But I'm not sure whether if a country is still not able to be stabilized, especially with what we can say the Southeast locking down every Monday with billions of naira being missed, not able. That is the new Nigerian High Commissioner to the British in UK to Nigeria representing. This is Dr. Chris Montenegro. Whether he is going to have this discussion, nothing of such was said, but we expect such to be discussed because Nnamdi Kanu, as we know, still holds a British passport.
Well, listeners, quite an interesting one there. Let's see what happened there. Now, when it comes to Madam Onichiri, yesterday night too, I saw some videos or some information going around.
If you turn up a little bit, it seems a little bit too low for us to pick up the audio back here.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that last night there were some messages going around, viral messages, saying that Madam Onitiri also one of the suspects who went to, whether to destroy one of the FM stations or, had died and stuff like that. So people were saying that she had killed virtually because she made the people go to do whatever, saying that it was Yoruba Nation and whatever that happened. Have there been any reaction from government pertaining to her? Has she been arrested? Has she been questioned? Anything of the sort?
Well, what I can say is that I've not been able to verify that audio, because anyone can just produce any audio. But what we can say is that, yes, we know that people that wanted to hijack, the radio station Amuludun FM, they also wanted to attack the police station in Lagos State, have now been remanded when their case will be coming back. Let's quickly give you a little bit about that. Which happened in Nigeria after the Yoruba, that decided that they are not going to go in accordance, with what others were doing. They went on their own way. But what we can say that now is that those that invaded this radio station, though they are still classified as Yoruba Nation, even though we know that the Yoruba Nation, has now been divided into two different sections, where Onitiri is operating as a country that she has declared last year, November, without any evidence, without any resolution, without any United Nations confirmation of such. But what she said was that declaration is on the YouTube, and if you're not happy with that, you stick to that. She then gave the guarantee to some of the youth to go further down and hijack the radio station where they were going to make any kind of declaration again. But what we can now say that a magistrate court that was sitting in Iyakogun, Ibadan, in Oyo State capital, has now remanded 7 of these agitators who invaded the radio station, but until September 13, 2023. But like you said, there was an audio that went out yesterday. I've listened to it. I can't confirm that because I do not have any evidence to back that. But the evidence from the audio says that one person died in the pristine custody. The wife is pregnant. The father is a little bit ill. That is all I can hear. And this is coming from one of the media that was promoting, Chief Mrs. Dupe Onitiri, that is called Shoye Kuribe.
Okay, listeners, it is Star Radio UK, 11:26 the time, the morning show, the program Updates from Nigeria with Mr. OLAMILEKAN in our North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios, and we're bringing you everything that you got to know. All right, then. So now let's move on to some other stories making the round. Gandola Anti-Corruption Commission reopens investigation into Kano ex-governor's bribery video. Now we see whether EFCC or the DSS and every body or institution that have been created that seem to be some way or somehow trying to go after various people. And at times I ask, is it not a political witch hunt that is going on? But, well, Gandola's case, they say the Anti-Corruption Commission reopening against Kano's ex-governor. Was he involved in bribery? Really?
Well, he's just left office less than 4 weeks, but it seems that he's been in the news for so many reasons. The current governor continued to destroy some of the projects that he constructed. One was a roundabout that says has a cross on it, and that was the reason why they've removed a whole project of the roundabout that has been completed. Also, buildings have also, been destroyed by the current new governor because there are two different political parties. All the cases that people thought would be swept under the carpet will be revisited by God's grace. And maybe we should also allow our engineer to give us. It seems that the Gandola is a phrase that came out after a contractor was found in his office giving him some dollar, while he was then extracting those dollars into his babariga. And as you can see there, that is, the governor himself with a lot of dollar there with a big smile. I met him here in London during an event, at the University of Ibadan, where he donated 50 million naira. Some of these governors, has a lot of money in their coffer, even though that is money for the people. Investigation into the bribery and allegation against the former governor Abdullahi Ganduje will be reopened. If you take me off for just about 10 seconds, I'll come back again to you in the studio.
Okay, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. Mr. OLAMILEKAN bringing you updates from Nigeria. But as we are doing, we need to get a technical team to be putting few things across, and that seems to be exactly what we are doing to bring you everything that you need to know. So just bear with us. But well, as we've been saying, well, there are some of the stories making the rounds. So, a former governor being pursued by the current one. I mean, just 3 weeks after leaving office. And the question is, what is he actually up to? Did he actually do whatever he did? And that roundabout that has been destroyed or demolished because it had a small cross on it. Is it because Kano is supposed to be, I don't know whether Islamic region, I don't know whether to call it that, that's why that happened. But if you destroy a whole roundabout that the state money has been used to construct, then it's a waste of public funds then, Yomi.
Well, did you say waste of public fund? I don't think these governors understand what is public fund in the first place. Public funds are used for their own purpose. Yeah, you're quite right. We do know that Kano is like an Islamic state, even though we know there are Christians in there. But it seems that the new governor is not pleased that there's a cross on the roundabout, and the whole roundabout was digged out in the middle of the night. Not just that alone, other buildings, whether those buildings structure was done in the proper way or they are sold, and that's why. But it seems that they will have to start all over again. But the most important thing is that, the State Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission have now stated that they will reopen every cases around the former governor. Mr. Remi Gado promised to continue to probe into the viral video footage showing Mr. Ganduje allegedly collecting bribes from a contractor. Mr. Remagido said this yesterday in an interview with DCL Hausa shortly after he was returned to his position by the current governor Abba Yusuf following a court order that was nullified. Imagine he was removed, maybe because they wanted to probe the former governor. So the former governor thought, since I'm in power, I will make use of that power. He removed him, but the new governor now have returned him back. So that is what Nigeria stands for. You can get removed and you can get returned back, depending on which side you are.
Okay, let's see what is happening on or from Nigeria. Still is Star Radio UK. It is your Thursday edition of the morning show, bringing the time now to exactly 11:31. But let me just pick a quick story from one of the that is coming from Nigeria. A quick one from there, and then we go on. Well, the president and the vice have had a rise in their salaries, 114% hike for Tinubu and Shatima and others. And Peter Obi is against, so vehemently against what has happened there. Yomi, I know Nigeria, some are even how much were they being paid? Yet they weren't even getting those monies. So for the president, for them to have 114% salary hike is quite a big one there. But what do you think? What are Nigerians saying about it, Yomi?
Well, let me first clarify that, looking up to because what we have to do now, we have to keep verifying, because there's a lot of news that is out there, and sometimes those news might not be exactly what it is. So, but what I can confirm is from Dele Alake, the spokesman for the president, I've said that is a fake news, even though we know that sometimes they might also be playing the panky. But what I can confirm that, yes, the news circulated yesterday, we also read it out, but looking up this morning, it seems that they've already said that particular 114%, increase in the salary of the president is not yet confirmed. We know that Buhari was earning about 3.5 million every month. Bola Tinubu, from what we were told in this particular 114%, will be earning about 8.5 million. So it seems that, that is something that Dele Alake, the presidential spokesman, also traveling with the president, has confirmed that is not a news that we should take and swallow as we speak right now.
Okay, if it is not true, then somebody will say, we thank God. At least if you say we should all tighten up our belts, everybody knows that we are all tightening our belts. But listen, it's a Star Radio UK. Let's go back to Yomi for the rest of the stories making the rounds. Over to you, Yomi.
Well, let's touch on some of the other headlines coming out of Nigeria, today, as we continue to monitor, some of the other news. Yesterday, I traveled, like I said, to Downing Street, and on my way down, passed through the Nigerian High Commission, as usual, a very busy embassy. But also, it seems that, as we always say, Nigerians that are not London-based do end up coming to London and, getting to the embassy because of lack of information. It has been going on like that. You have to get a postal order. But it seems the young man I met says, I'm from Southampton, has no clue whatever and how he will be able to get to a post office, but I was able to direct him. But we hope that, the new president will be, putting the Nigerian High Commission across the globe, representing Nigerians to the top notch. Tinubu arrived at Paris venue of the Global Finance Summit is one of the headlines that is coming, this morning. Let's talk a little bit about that. The Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has arrived Palais Prograniat in Paris, the venue of the new Global Financing Pact Summit. We know that the Nigerian government needs a lot of money, and those money needs to come very fast to be able to cushion the insecurity, the economy, the naira. He arrived at the venue in the company of his aide-de-camp, Nuruddin Yusuf, and was received by the French Minister of Foreign Affairs and Europe, Katrina Colonna. Mr. Tinubu, who arrived in Paris on Tuesday alongside to attend the summit, will also hold a lot of bilateral meetings with various countries, including officials of France, US, Switzerland, to discuss possible ways of attracting foreign direct investment. Nigeria needs a lot of foreign direct investment, and to be able to do so, your economy will then be able to push up. But as we do know, the reason why most of them are falling behind is because of the policy. There's just too many bottlenecks, to set up, businesses in Nigeria. But also the financial summit hosted by France seek to establish a system that will be more responsive, just as an inclusive, a system that will fight inequalities, financing the climate transition, biodiversity protection, and move closer to achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, SDGs. So we will be monitoring that. That event goes on today and tomorrow. A total of 39 heads of state from around the world are expected to be part of the summit. Several multilateral development banks, including the World Bank, African Development Bank, European Union, African Union, United Nations will be present. So we'll be telling you more on that when we have more information later on tomorrow as we have it. We've talked about 6,900 is what Nigerians are spending when it comes to our healthcare. Not a very good one. We hope that these can change. Also, the subsidy removal, the daily fuel consumption dropped to 41 million liters from 67. So someone somewhere has been using the fuel subsidy as part of a corrupt system where it end up in Niger, Cameroon, Ghana, and that seems that Shetima, the vice president that is in charge while Tinubu is away, is saying that that has now dropped to 41 million as well. Peter Obi invokes Shakespeare to condemn Tinubu 8.1 million salary, while 130 million Nigerians languishing on poverty is also coming as well. Nigeria will benefit from JAPA, says Peter Obi. We know Dezeni is still in London, but it seems that Dezeni is also fighting to get back some of her assets. She was the petroleum minister, a very powerful position. Allegation says that while she was part of that, according to the Nigerian government, she was able to misappropriate as many funds that was meant to be used for the return of the sales of the crude oil outside the shore of Nigeria. But it seems that at some point, she was able to whisk away out of Nigeria, now in London, right here, and she's now fighting also to get some of her assets. The hearing continued in Dezeni case on fortified assets. Remember, she was able to buy a gold bra. I mean, you wonder what she's going to do with that, but maybe it's for investment purpose. I'm not sure whether she'll be able to wear that because nobody will be able to see it, only if she's wearing it, and then nothing else covers the top. But the Federal High Court, in her absence, has now fixed October 23rd for the hearing in a suit filed by the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dezeni Alison Madueke, to challenge the seizure of her asset by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. Justice Inyang Akwa fixed the date for Wednesday after Dezeni lawyer Benson and the EFCC Council regularized their process. The suspended chairman of the EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, has revealed that a total of $153 million and over 80 properties were discovered, yes, from this woman. But she believes that she earned that property, she owns that money. Through the EFCC, said Dezeni fled to UK in 2015 in the twilight of the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, in which she served as the minister. To escape arrest, Dezeni continued to maintain that her movement to the UK was to treat breast cancer. So that is about it on that, and then we're going to go straight to the social media. Quite a lot in Nigeria when it comes to corruption cases. Titanic is trending. A lot of Nigerians are also monitoring the situation, just like everyone around the world. It is now a countdown, to save as many people. As we do know that inflation is here in UK, the inflation in Nigeria continues to be blown like a balloon that is about to be explode. But what are Nigerians talking this morning? 49,000 on Peter Obi. Kanu seems to be trending. I'm not sure why Scottish government is trending on Nigerian news. Sharia is trending. We know that as many states in Nigeria are still making use of Sharia as well. And the last one is the Naira. Like I said, sending Naira home today is 985 Naira to £1, and you're looking at about almost 813 Naira to $1. And a lot of Nigerians are becoming more concerned because that literally means that you will not be able to have enough. Even for those that are sending money home to their loved ones, you might have to increase it a little bit, especially with the cost of living. And like we say, the cost of living here is running high very well in UK, but it seems that the one in Nigeria has gone over bloated. Star Radio UK, it is the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:41. I will return back again to you in the studio, Mr. Archie.
Well, listeners, Mr. Olamileka bringing you updates from Nigeria. Interesting stories there. But let me acknowledge Bishop Pastor Momo and Bishop Adeshina once again. Pastor Momo says, good morning all. Why are they lying when ordinary senators collect up to 30 million naira? Wow. Is it a year or a month? Well, Yomi will tell me, answer that in a moment. And Bishop Adesina says, why is she trying to get some of her assets back when she has gotten the citizenship of one of the Central American country? So it's this time around pertaining to the former oil minister that Mr. Olayemi Koiki was talking about there. Now, she said well, her movement to the UK wasn't for any reason. She came for a cancer breast treatment. So I said, when Yomi said that, then I thought, maybe that is why she went to buy this in a golden bra, so that she can use a golden bra to protect maybe the ray. I don't know. I'm just joking there, but it's quite an interesting one. Listen to Star Radio UK. Now, when it comes to the trending, what is trending on the social media platform? What have people said so far about the various service? What do you call them?
The service
chiefs who have been appointed. How are Nigerians reacting to it?
Well, Nigerians are, believe that the new government is doing the needful, especially that we now have, a new sheriff in town. That is the right word that a lot of Nigerians are saying. It will take a couple of weeks and months for us to see what are the changes that is going to happen within the borderline of Nigeria, within the territory that each one of them will be controlling. Should we talk about the borders? Traveling, I was listening to someone traveling between Benin to Nigeria. Sometimes immigration officer, even though we have Nigerian passport for those that have traveled through that route, continue to question, Nigerians as if they are foreigners. Even though we know that other parts in the north are well porous and open, that allows multiple of different insurgency. Yesterday, also, there was an ambush on the Nigerian army. It has come out on their Twitter handle as well. No one died, but a lot of them got injured. Again, that means that there's lapses of intelligent gathering there. Because if the convoy is moving, somebody's also giving an intel. We've seen that the most Nigerian army, not every part, have been infiltrated. That means that there are some element of Boko Haram that are working within the Nigerian army that are selling weapons back and giving them information, because each time these ambush happen, Nigerians, lose as many of the soldiers. But not only that, weapons are cut away as well. And that literally means that, more Nigerians get kidnapped as well. Yesterday in Iseyin, in the southwest of Nigeria, the video, we can show it, very, very glorified. I saw the video, it was even dated, multiple attack in Iseyin by the Fulani terrorists, and also loss of life as well. So the service chief has a lot to do, from the air to the water, to the ground, and the police, the NSA, have to be top notch in terms of, the new person heading it right now, YòRÀBÁ. He's been very active, during the time that he was handling the affairs of the EFCC. So a lot of expectation from Nigerians, but time will tell if those changes will make any great impact. So, like I said, we take maybe one comment from those on the social media to see, that says it all. Eminent Nigerians, no hope for common man. The appointment of the new service chief. This one says there's no hope for common man. I'm not too sure, what it means that there's no hope for common man. But as we say, let's look at some of the other headline as well from, the comment before coming back again to you in the studio. This one says, President Bola Tinubu is set to fill in no fewer than 2,000 vacancy position following the Monday dissolution of government board of over 153 agency parastatals. So there's a lot of things that Bola Tinubu is doing simultaneously, and like I said, all these will start to materialize within the next 3 months when things have settled down and they've taken charge. I gave a breakdown of the Chief of Defense Staff yesterday. He was part of the Lafiado, a lot of qualification, a lot of movement from Nigeria to Mali to Bamako. But whether he's capable now to stop the insurgency, it would all need all hands on deck.
Okay, interesting. Now, a final story before we go. Now, this pertains to a statement by the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who is saying that, it said Nigerians should stop desist from casting aspersions on the judiciary, no matter how they feel about the outcome of legal processes. Now, so if you take your case to court and you can see blatantly, as some other governor was saying, that he made the wife, give some ruling which the wife has come out to come and debunk. Well, but it says, Sonny Olu is saying that, well, if even the case goes against you, just be quiet. Don't say bad things about them. Yomi.
Well, you're quite right. When it comes to, the situation, especially, with Lagos State. Remember that Lagos State governor himself is having, a court case. So what he's just trying to say that, let us all be patient and allow the judicial to take toll, even if he believes that the judicial might favor him, but we don't know that. We just have to wait and see.
Okay, listeners, I think this is where we have to bring the updates from Nigeria to a close. But Yomi, before we go, if you have any other.
Well, it's still the Thursday edition. Later on in the evening, there's the property hour. But for now, Archie takes you through the rest of the segment. I'll be back again tomorrow. And we say, make sure for those of us in the UK to get that water in the bag before leaving the house. Very, very warm weather today.
Yes, very, very warm. Yomi, thank you very, very much for that wonderful time with you. And we catch up later. All right, then, listeners, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. That was updates from Nigeria with Mr. OLAMILEKAN in North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios. Now, let's take a commercial break. I'll bring you some music, and then we continue. But remember, this evening, exactly at 19 hours, that is 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. here in the UK, we will be having KB Bossman, Vicky Newton hosting Hannah Tiase and Mate Cole, Emmanuel Mate Cole on the Property Hour Show, the Ghana Housing Show UK 2023. So make a date with them on that show. All right then. So now let's move on. Let's have a let's take a quick commercial break, and I'll bring you some music carefully selected. And this time around, say something inside so strong, but that will be after this. Stay tuned.
Hi.
orúkọ tèmi ni Adébánjí Akíntóyè bàbá yín mo kí yín pátápátá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà gbogbo diaspora fún gbogbo wàhálà tí ẹ ti ṣe ní kẹ́ Sunday jáde ní àhámọ́ ẹni ló kọ́ lóṣù kan tó jáde ní àhámọ́ today is the 7th of April, Thursday the 7th of April. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín pátápátá fún wàhálà tẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ìpàdé tẹ́ ń ṣe káàkiri gbogbo akitiyan tẹ́ ń ṣe kí Sunday ṣáà jáde èmi tí mo dẹ̀ jẹ́ bàbá yín tí mo wà ní bí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń tì mí lójoojúmọ́ lọ́sàn-án lóru bàbá Sunday ò tí kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Sunday wọ́n ní ara Sunday ò dá gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti parí báyìí o èmi fúnra mi náà mi ò nídìí láti wá lọ máa tò sí ọ̀nà mọ́ láti lè rí Sunday o Ọlọ́run ti ṣe oore o a dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣùgbọ́n láàrin àwọn ọmọ ènìyàn ẹni tó yẹ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ jù lẹ́ni ni President of Benin Republic, President Talon. He has done wonderfully. He had his mind, a vision clear from the beginning, from the moment that Sunday was arrested. And that's why he was not whisked away from Benin to Nigeria. And when it came to our then Kawajoko, Kabawan Soro, Kabawan negotiate, leading to to the president himself. Gbogbo àwọn tá a bá ṣe negotiation, now just gentlemen. This is a different kind of country from Nigeria. The people who rule this country are civilized people. Yeah, so it is easy to talk with them. They are not savages. mo padà láti tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ president alone very much president ẹ ṣé o ọlọ́run tó ti bùkún yín tó ti ń lò yín láti build a great country in Benin Republic àtúbọ̀ máa lò yín o mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ Sunday nìyí lọ́dọ̀ mi báyìí o àwọn kan sọ pé wọ́n ti release ẹ̀ wọ́n release ẹ̀ temporary lé ní ṣe ń dùn orí fọ́ ara ẹ̀ ò dá hospital náà gbé lọ hospital kankan o.
And that is the video that has been in circulation to buttress once again. A very good afternoon and welcome to the conversation with koikimedia as we go back into the program after the Star Radio UK Network conversation. And I say welcome to the transmission as we are now 57 minutes away from the program. As many of you, etimagbo oríṣiríṣi rumor, Igboho ń bọ̀ nílé, ó ti dé tán, blah blah blah, blow, and at the end of the day, it is all lies. I am in contact with Chief every single day, and there is nowhere if Chief is coming to Nigeria that I will not be informed. But as we know, we are now living in a situation that everybody believes that if Chief is going to return to Nigeria, Sahara Reporter ló máa lọ sọ fún àbí, Gazette newspaper ló máa lọ sọ fún, adé lọ sọ fún àwọn media that have never been straightforward in the first place. I want us to remain as firm that kò sí bí olóyè ṣe fẹ́ wá sí Nàìjíríà tí kò ní wá láti ẹni tó jẹ́ agbẹnusọ ẹ̀. But we are living in today's world that everybody is just saying different things, but we are here for them to correct the narrative. That is the reason why people have somebody to speak. Hey, Agbalatodo Chief, níbo ni Chief wà? Ṣé ó ń sùn ni? Ṣé ó ń jẹun ni? Look, people have somebody, ṣojoojúmọ́ lẹ̀ ń rí Joe Biden tó ń jáde wá sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣojoojúmọ́ lẹ̀ ń rí Rishi Sunak. That is why they have as many people that work for them. But because tá a bá tí gbọ́ ẹni yẹn gangan kó wá sọ̀rọ̀, that means that we don't believe anything anybody is saying. But I think a lot of people are getting the message. Mọ̀ tán pè ní kí ẹni tó jẹ́ èèyàn pàtàkì láwùjọ báyìí, don't expect him to come and talk to you, every day. Kí ló fẹ́ wá bá wa sọ nígbà tó ní ẹni tí ó jẹ́ agbẹnusọ ẹ̀ tó lè deliver tó dáńtọ́ láti pass message. And when we have any message from him, we deliver the message. Tá a bá ní message, kò mean pé n tá à ń ṣe ó stop. But like I said, we hope that has now been put at rest. Video yẹn is not a new video. Bí a kọ́kọ́ fi máa replay láti fífi dúnàdúrà wọn nínú ni. There's nothing wrong in that. But come and link ẹ̀ mọ́ Olóyè Sunday Igboho. It has nothing to do with Chief. It is just that some people somewhere are just used to, bringing things that has nothing to do with Chief. Ìyẹn I'm going to just talk again about our quest for Yoruba nation. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí around the world. Kí ni quest mean? What is the quest? Why do we want an all-round out? I know pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fẹ́ ká máa jáde nǹkan mi lẹ́yìn fẹ́ gbọ́. No. Our own is that Nigeria is a failed entity. And there is no point trying to rescue something that has failed. Ó fail ọmọdé, ó fail àgbàlagbà. Kò ń ṣe ní Nigeria ti kú. Nigeria is done and dusted. I mean, I posted something on our timeline. Mo fi nǹkan kan síbẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ tí mo ń gbọ́ Délé Aláké lánàá, I was watching the ibi táwọn àwọn tó tẹ̀lé Tinubu lọ sí Paris. So there's always something tó máa ń gbé jáde. Again, as you can see there, it's a fake news disregard. That is a nonsense garbage that could not clarify. Sahara Reporter could be able to do a better clarification, but they refused to do so. Gazette should have been able to do a better clarification. They refused to do so. It shows that they are garbage. That is their problem. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Well, I've been watching these. Is now, time is really fast going. They are looking at around 12:08, which is just getting very close. Tó bá ti rí ọkọ̀ yìí, it's going to be a disaster. I pray they found it. I was even thinking that they paid a little bit less, but nígbà tí mo study gbogbo tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, everything in life, olúkálùkù ló mọ tó ń torí ẹ̀ ṣe wàhálà. Àwọn tó propel kínní, ó ti lọ sábẹ́ omi rí. Eléyìí kò fi go wrong náà ni. Just the same way. Ẹ lè gba Yorùbá nation. Ẹ lọ jókòó járe. Ó dà mo pàdé èèyàn kan náà ni ìbáwọn sọ fún mi no. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà tẹ́yìn ò ṣe kankan. Tí gbogbo yín rí Nàìjíríà bó ṣe ń lọ, tẹ́yìn ò sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà táwa dẹ̀ ti jáde, ó ti di dandan pé one way or the other. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá agree pẹ̀lú wa, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀yin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní in the 50s ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí o. In tó bá ti mú ẹ kọjá age mi, tí mo ò dẹ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ rí pé kí Nàìjíríà kó pín ní any iota of anything kí a máa sọ fún wa pé ẹni kankan tẹ̀lé sọ fún wa. Kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ fún wa? Kí lẹ fẹ́ máa sọ fún wa? Gbogbo tẹ́ fẹ́ máa sọ yẹn àwáwí ni. So anyway, that one on the side. I've watched a lot of videos, but this is our report on the koikimedia. Hope fate for the missing sub as clock ticks down to 12:08. Abẹ́ omi tó wà yẹn is almost 12,500 feet at bottom. Gbogbo alamọ iṣẹ́ tí omi lè ṣe, ọlọ́mọ yẹn kí àríjà omi. Kàmáì tí wàá sọ pé èèyàn lọ ba lábẹ́ ìsàlẹ̀. But again, they have done it before. Bí ẹ lè yíwọ́ ni, we don't know. But sometimes technology tó bá ṣe ń test, it can fail. But there is still a massive search and rescue. Nigeria fúnra rẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín pé Titanic ni. I gotta stand up for a few minutes. Mo padà bọ̀. Let me just put this and then I come back.
KOKORO, we bring you what closer to your doorstep.
To your doorstep.
Koikimedia, Koikimedia, Koikimedia. We bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Àwọn sálára àgbà yìí dá, àwa ló láṣà àti èdè. Gbígbédè lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá.
Koikimedia, Koikimedia, Koikimedia. We bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
They never sabi wetin we carry for her.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, kìnìún ló ló lajú.
Ẹyẹ tó lórí kodò bí àdó ọ̀pẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè kó dúdú àga.
Òdúdú àkóbá lè gbé wá.
Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ wa. Mo kí gbogbo wa left and right. Mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà. So, like I was saying, there's still a lot of work that we need to do. There's no doubt. But our quest, kí ló ń pè ní quest, that is the topic. Quest, tabani quest, kí ni meaning ẹ̀?
Quest.
Tí òyìnbó bá sọ fún ẹ pé
Quest.
mo kí ìyá wa Bíbá, mo kí ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹwà àti èyí oge, mo kí bàbá wa Dámiláre. Make United Nations find solution for this insecurity, this wicked, useless, hopeless, demonic call location 419. United Nations lè ṣe kankan. Táwa bá ti ready, finally, then we will all know at exactly what to do. Tabani quest. Our quest. Quest. Kí ni meaning ẹ̀?
Quest.
Tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ pẹ̀lú èèyàn tó bá ní
Quest.
a long or audacious search for something. Ẹ rí pé wọ́n ti ń wá Titanic nísìn. Only God knows in tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ wo fídíò díẹ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Search is going on back to back. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Sky News yìí. No. We come on the copyright, but you only lot of that. Wọ́n kọ̀ mọ̀ ṣe advert Nàìjíríà yọ advert ẹ̀ kúrò. Mo kí gbogbo ilé ẹ̀kan ṣe kásán níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ ètò yìí. Quest wọ́n search fún kínní lọ́nàkọnà wọ́n ṣe fi rí báyìí Elédùmarè ló kù sí lọ́wọ́. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ náà kẹ̀kẹ́?
Is a race against time. We know that air supplies in Titan will run out Thursday morning. So how are rescuers trying to find it? Well, if the submersible's intact, it could be floating on the surface or resting on the bottom of the ocean. That's 3,750 meters down. Ships and planes have been searching since Monday. More specialist equipment is on its way, including what are known as sono buoys. Below 1,000 meters, it's pitch black, so the search is relying on sound in water. Sono buoys, normally used for hunting enemy submarines, work by either listening for sounds in water or by sending out pings and building up a sort of picture through the returning echo. Sounds were picked up by a buoy on Tuesday, but experts say this could just be debris moving inside the Titanic wreck. So if Titan is found, then how could it be reached? Any successful rescue would be a world first. The deepest ever rescue of humans was the Pisces 3 off the coast of Ireland in 1973. But that was at just 487 meters. The Titanic is over 7 times deeper. Another challenge. Normal submarine rescue tech can't be used. The Titan has no docking mechanism like a military submarine, and even NATO systems only operate down to about 1,000 meters. But some positive news. Unmanned, remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, are on site, and more capable ones are on their way, which can descend to over 6,000 meters. The American Curve 21 and French Victor 6000 both have robotic arms that can attach cables to the submersible, and the American FADOS system, essentially a winch and a cable long enough to pull Titan to the surface. That actually successfully salvaged a helicopter from a depth of over 5,800 meters in 2021. But even with this kit, experts are cautious about a successful rescue.
We reached the critical point in the operation. Time is running out really fast now. But we do have a valid solution in case Titan is found in the timescale. The Americans have brought heavy equipment in, but that equipment has to be brought forward to the ships that are going to operate it.
Sherry, in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí kámẹ́rà lọ? Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tá wà lórí Instagram, ẹ káàsán, ẹ tún wọlé sínú lecture, mo kí Azeez. Sherry, in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Oh my God. In tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Titanic, gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí Nàìjíríà, ẹja tó wo fídíò eléyìí náà.
Okay, guys.
Ẹja yóò advert yẹn kúrò náà. Ó dàbí Nàìjíríà ni mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Mo máa kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa dáadáa. Ìyá mi Ọláìdé Ọlátẹ́jú, Ounde Innovative. Mo kí bàbá wa Dáre Joe, mo máa kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin grandfathers wa. Ẹja tún gbọ́ fídíò yìí.
End of this kind of expedition.
Òun lélẹ́yìí o, nǹkan wá leléyìí o ó dàbí ẹni tó fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dàbí Titanic ni ẹ káàsán mọ́ mi wá mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa lọ́tún lósì ó dàbí ẹni tó ń wá abẹ́rẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pọ́n ní tíyàn bá ń wá abẹ́rẹ́ nínú omi kọ́lọ̀ ń jẹ́ orí ni o òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí it's very very tedious but whether it's going to happen whether they will find it I don't know but all I can say is that àwọn tó ń ní a máa fix Nàìjíríà I hope ẹ̀ ń follow in tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí because it is exactly what we have been saying that Nigeria ó ti kọjá stage pé kíyàn kan wá fix ẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ni ọmọ Igbo ni ọmọ Hausa ni ọmọ Gombe ni.
Kind of submersible. Who's going to want to get into one of these ever again? And again, it comes back to that question: why do you want to do this? You're someone that does this. Talk us through that.
Right. Well, look, this is a big question. It's something, especially on social media, people seem to be talking about a lot. I think there's actually been a lot of quite, callous comments on social media I've been reading from people who just say, why should anybody ever attempt something like this? Look, I think, first of all, it's important to remember that Titanic has fascinated the world since the night that she sank.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé Titanic 1912 ló wọnú omi ní wọ̀rí mọ́ ló nánú kọlu iceberg 1912 nígbà tó máa rí 1985 ẹjọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ maths dáadáa ẹ sáré bá mi calculate 1985 ni wọ́n rí Titanic mo kí ẹ Ọlánìpẹ̀kun Mr. Timothy mo kí yín ẹ bá mi ṣe calculation nígbà tí wọ́n máa rí Titanic 1985 ni wọ́n rí how many years is that how many years ni nígbà tó máa locate ibi tí Titanic wà ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dàbí Nàìjíríà ẹ fẹ́ locate ibi tí Nàìjíríà wà knowing fully well pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà olúkálukú ẹ wá sọ Nàìjíríà di ẹ̀sọ́ di Titanic yẹn gangan lélẹ̀ ìtàn wá gangan ọkọ̀ yẹn lélẹ̀ tó fẹ́ lọ wò lábẹ́ omi kábíyèsí Elédùmarè mo wo fídíò kan lórí YouTube can we blame them ṣe rí gbogbo tí mo ti wò látẹ̀lé gbogbo tó relate mọ́ Titanic yẹn ni mo wò mo oríṣiríṣi from different point from different angle mo wò from different perspective a viewpoint of the Titanic àwọn ocean gate yẹn àwọn lọ ní fídíò eléyìí 38 years àti dé nìyẹn wàrísì wọ́n ní 38 73 làwọn èèyàn kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn so ẹjẹ tún rephrase ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ mo ní 1912 ní Titanic sink wọ́n rí ní 1985 how many years 73 years so that means pé ẹni tó bí ní 1912 by the time tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ní 1983 ọmọ 73 years old ni now ìbéèrè tí mo wá ń bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti exist orí yìí ti gbálẹ̀ mo kí ẹ absorber family nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ sálàáfíà ló wà. So when this argument always come Koiki Yorùbá country ó lẹ̀ ń jà fún kílẹ̀ mí pẹ́pẹ́ Yorùbá country òmùgọ̀ ibo ni Nàìjíríà wà ní 1912 nígbà tí Titanic wọ omi kò tí sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà there was nothing called Nigeria but àwa sọ Nàìjíríà di interfaith fix now àwọn eléyìí nísìn tí wọ́n lọ sínú abẹ́ omi nísìn tán náà wọ́n fẹ́ lọ explore mo ní ó take 73 years èmi ò mọ bí táwọn èèyàn ti ń rí 38 years lẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń sọ 38 yẹn ṣe calculation wọ̀lẹ̀ yín fún mi ṣe calculation láti 1985 títí di wákàtí èmi torí tí mo ń béèrè ni pé láti 1912 títí di 1985 73 years was what it took them to find this kò ń ṣe nǹkan kékeré là ń sọ we are talking about a massive ship wọ́n ò mọ ibi tó wọlé sí ta ló sọ pé kò sí voice lórí YouTube. So when people now say Titanic concept àìtí ìgbà Nàìjíríà nígbà tí Titanic wọnú omi there is nothing called Nigeria
so ìwọ tó ní o fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà ó dàbí ẹni tí ibi tí Titanic wọlẹ̀ sí tó wá ń gbìyànjú ó fẹ́ ṣe mọ̀ pé títí di wákàtí èmi ìmọ̀ ẹbí ẹni ẹbí nǹkan mi ló sọ bí a rí fóònù tí ní YouTube tí sound ti jáde. So if it's taking 73 years láti kọ́kọ́ locate ibi tó wà lórí omi yẹn fọ́rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣe rí nìyẹn. So Nigeria ti run for 108 years láti 1914 if not 109 years. Tabade mú pé láti independent wọ́n ó ti run for ṣe 64 years ló máa pé lọ́dún yìí. So ṣé o mọ̀ pé títí tí o máa fi ní Nigeria máa fix wàá ti dòkú wàá ti máa lọ àwọn generation mi àtúndé generation kan á máa dé sọ pé a fẹ́ fix Nigeria. So ìwọ tó ní o fẹ́ fix Nigeria o tí mọ̀ pé Nigeria dàbí ocean ó dàbí Titanic ni. Now ṣé wàá mọ̀ pé Titanic nísìn bó ṣe wà lábẹ́ omi yẹn kò tí jẹrà délẹ̀ tán but wọ́n sọ pé ó ń jẹrà lójoojúmọ́ ó mọ̀ pé irin ló pọ̀ jù lọ fi build ẹ̀. Àwọn tó build Titanic mo kí bàbá Kúnlé Ṣítà àwọn tó build Titanic ní 19 whatever tó build ẹ̀ because kò ń ṣe 1912 ló build ẹ̀ but 1912 ló take journey yẹn láti Southampton wọ́n lọ New York over 1,500 ló perish sínú ẹ̀. Mo tẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ìmọ̀ ní tó bá yẹ pé rú àwa nísìn láfi lọ rú journey yẹn Olúwa ti ṣètùtù oríṣiríṣi Olúwa ti bẹ Ọlọ́run Olúwa ti wà ní àdúrà. I don't know whether those people that went there they just went as science. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn believe in science. Kò ṣe pé àwa náà believe in science but àwọn believe in science pé ọmọ àdúrà olè ń gbàdáre nítorí wọn máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ibi tí òyìnbó ti yàtọ̀ sáwà nìyẹn. Àwọn ready láti take risk but àwa nísìnyí tá a bá ti take risk kékeré Yorùbá nation bí àṣà ọ̀nkù mi kan tí mo pàdé ní àárọ̀ yìí Koiki ṣèbí mo sọ fún ẹ pé ẹ lè gba Yorùbá nation ní January mo ní so bí ṣe sọ fún ọ mo ní so ojú ń dùn ẹ̀yin mo disrespect wọn mo ní so ojú ẹ kó kẹlẹ̀bẹ̀ sójú so ẹ̀yin ò rí gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Yorùbá nation ẹ̀yin ò rí pé Tinubu ti infiltrate wa ṣé mo ṣe máa sọ fún ẹ̀yin tí ọmọdé ní mo wá ní ìṣẹ̀bẹ́ ẹ̀yin kí ló dé tẹ̀yin ọjà fún Yorùbá nation kó tó di báwa irú àwa jáde àwọn ní nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ sọ fún mi mo ní sùúrù fáwọn káwọn sọ níjọ́ pé màá tí wọ́n pàdé ní kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ fún mi mo ní kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo fi gbọ́ lẹ́nu gbogbo yín kí lẹ fẹ́ fi wọn sọ fún mi wọ́n lè máa gbọ́ program yìí nísìn kí lẹ fẹ́ fi I'm not interested in anybody telling me anything tí ó bá ti mú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ dàgbà jù wá lọ tí ẹ ṣẹ́rìtì kó tó di pé àwa jáde àti Ìgbòho then gbogbo yín ti fail so kẹ lọ jókòó ẹnu yín kẹ lọ shut up síbí kan I'm not sorry to say that ẹ fi máa fún wa ní Koiki ẹ bá ṣe báyìí ẹ bá ṣe báyìí ẹ̀yin ò ṣe tíṣe nǹkan tí kó tó di pé gbogbo abẹ́rẹ́ sí sọ fún afẹ́ Yorùbá nation tí bàbá 88 years ò jáde ẹ̀yin lẹ wá ní ìmọ̀ràn ní sí tẹ́fẹ́ máa fún wa ìmọ̀ràn ránu wọlé fẹ́ fún anybody ẹ kó jágbájágbá lọ́jọ́ rí gbogbo yín ti fail okay wọ́n ní Titanic was built in 1909 bẹ́ẹ̀ ni maize gold ọba dẹ̀ yẹ gbọ́n ẹ̀ bó ṣe lọ fẹ́ ó yẹ fi máa lọ attack mi ní àtìkọ́ fún mo kọ́ fún wọn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ èmi tí mo gbàgbọ́ mo ní sọ ojú ń dùn yìí ó tún bí mi pé ṣé kí ni mo bẹ́ẹ̀ ni so ẹ̀yin tẹ́yìn dàgbà báyìí Ọlọ́run mọjọ́ tẹ ìbí ẹ̀mí mo gbọ́ bí àwọn bá wọn London gan ni ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation gbọ́dọ̀ wà ẹ̀yin wọ́n sọ ẹ̀ wọ́n blame àwa nísìn pé ọ̀nà báyìí ló yẹ ká gbà ẹ̀yin ò dẹ̀ ṣe ọ̀nà yẹn ẹ̀ kó jágbàjàgbà lọ. So tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé wọ́n náà build the Titanic ní 1909 níbo ni Nàìjíríà wà ní 1909 owó ọmọgọ̀ gbogbo yìí máa rì sínú omi ní ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà ìyẹn mo ti sọ pé quest kí ló ń pè ní quest tóyìnbó bá ní quest àwa máa ní Quebec uniform echo Sarah tango quest kọ sílẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó pè ní bíbá a long or audacious search for something and search for something tó gbà lọ́wọ́ wa àwọn tó ń wáyàn nísìn ẹ wo resources tó kó síta nísìn wọ́n náà wá flammable àbí submersible wọ́n wá kiri yẹn nísìn látijọ́ Sunday wọ́n ní the 1 hour tó wọnú abẹ́ omi yẹn lọ ló lose contact ìwọ wa náà wá o fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Tinubu máa fix ní ó dà pé I don't think ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wá ní ẹ dà pé ẹ̀ tí understand nǹkan tá à ń sọ ṣá Nàìjíríà náà dàbí Titanic ni ó dìgbà tá a bá yọ ara wa kúrò nínú ẹ̀ la máa lè rescue ara wa ìwọ wa ní o fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà mo kí n yàrá Pastor Mo wọ́n ló take 3 years láti build ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ rí wọnú omi original picture lélẹ̀ picture Titanic yẹn lélẹ̀ Titanic was a British passenger liner operated led by the White Star liner, which sank in the North Atlantic Ocean on April 15, 1912, after striking an iceberg during their maiden voyage from Southampton. Ibo ni Nigeria wa, there was nothing called Nigeria. Great Yoruba nation, okay. Cosmola Tasan, okay. Ẹ bá wa lọ subscribe sínú new YouTube channel wa. Ká tẹ kọ́kọ́ ṣe yẹn, mo fi nọ́mbà yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ máa increase. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ wá, èmi náà máa type ẹ̀, KOIKIMEDIA TV. Ẹ̀yin òkú wọn ni ẹ lọ subscribe náà, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Òun dà. Is our new channel now. Kí ló tẹ̀ fi subscribe sórí ẹ̀? Bó ni channel òun lélẹ̀. I have 149 subscribers. Ẹ tó bá ti subscribe, ẹ lọ subscribe sórí ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe search yẹn náà ní kẹ́ search. Ẹlòmíràn tún máa ní send the link sí wa, ó dà jẹ́ send the link sínú broadcast tá à ń ṣe lọ. So broadcast yẹn lélẹ̀. Ẹ gbọ́ wọlé link yẹn, ẹ lọ subscribe. Ó wà very very important. Intel fi support platform tí iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà, ọ̀nà ọ̀lẹ́ fẹ́ gbà fix ẹ̀. Ẹ ń dream. So ẹ jẹ́ n padà wá báyìí. So page yẹn lélẹ̀ kò wà visible. Ẹ gbọ́ wọlé link yẹn, kẹ lọ subscribe lé lórí. Ẹ̀yin tó bá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram, ẹ lọ search KOIKIMEDIA TV, all one word. So máa padà wá check ẹ̀ kó tó di pé mo parí program. So you are all saying you want to go and fix Nigeria when Nigeria is Titanic. Ṣẹ́rí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Titanic yẹn, ṣẹ́rí ó tẹ̀ ó jẹ́ kí mo ṣe wá understand pé so wàhálà tá à ń ṣe nísìn ó bẹ́tà ká ṣe wàhálà yìí dáadáa o, torí pé tá a bá ṣe wàhálà yìí kó má jẹ́ pé a máa search. So let's watch some of the videos. Let's go back here again.
Edition involving this kind of submersible. Who's going to want to get into one of these ever again? And again, it comes back to that question: why do you want to do this? You're someone that does this. Talk us through that.
Right. Well, look, this is a big question. It's something, especially on social media, people seem to be talking about a lot. I think there's actually been a lot of quite callous comments on social media I've been reading from people who just say, why should anybody ever attempt something like this? Look, I think first of all, it's important to remember that Titanic has fascinated the world since the night that she sank. There is an incredible allure to this shipwreck, and indeed to all shipwrecks, I think, because they are time capsules and they are transportative. They bring us to a moment in our own past. In the case of Titanic, to a gilded age in a lot of ways, and so they hold a real fascination for people, both as a matter of interest, but also to historians and to scientists. And so.
Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ gbọ́, so wọ́n sọ Nàìjíríà di ibi tí wọ́n practice oríṣiríṣi nǹkan science wọ́n á practice Bill-Gates. In tó ń ṣe nìyẹn, because àwọn ilé náà nísìn, everybody tó fẹ́ lọ wo Titanic nísìn, the reason tó ṣe fẹ́ lọ wo Titanic kò ju pé ó ti sink. Kí ló ṣe tó sink? So àwọn èèyàn tó ń rọ́ ní àwọn kan rí Nàìjíríà as a place of pleasure. Ìwọ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà gangan kò sí pleasure fún ẹ náà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ ara wa parọ́ fúnra wa pé Nàìjíríà ló sweet jù ló dùn irọ́ ló pa. Tó bá dé stage kan ẹni tó wà nù Nàìjíríà kan àsun stage kí ló ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe wá rí báyìí? Because we are living in lies. Irọ́ là ń pa fúnra wa. So then close àwọn kìíní díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ìfẹ́ kí nǹkan kan lọ. A ṣe ń padà bọ̀ sórí fídíò bàbá wa professor. So now ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò gangan níbẹ̀ ni pé tá bá wá fẹ́ mú àtìmọ̀mí quest, a long search for something that is difficult to find, or an attempt to achieve something difficult, nothing will stop them in their quest for the truth. Ṣé mọ̀ pé truth làwọn kan fẹ́ find pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sábẹ́ ìwọ wá ní nísì pé káwa fi quest ìfàfẹ́ Yorùbá nation ká fi òtítọ́ sílẹ̀. Èmi dẹ̀ bí nísì pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Titanic as an example sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Níbo ni Nàìjíríà wà ní 1909 nígbà tí wọ́n build the ship yìí? Níbo ló tún wà ní 3 years tí wọ́n fi build the ship yìí tán ní 1912? Kò tí ì sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà as at 1912. There was nothing called Nigeria. Ẹ fún wa pé ká wó òtítọ́ mọ́. Ẹ wá ní ká fi òtítọ́ sílẹ̀, ká ju òtítọ́ nù, ká wá mú irọ́ dání, ká mú irọ́ Nàìjíríà dání nítorí pé ẹ fẹ́ satisfy àwọn kan. Irọ́ tẹ̀lẹ̀ mú dání yẹn ó ti wà decay. Titanic lè lè wò yìí. Ó ti wà decay pa. jẹ́ agbọ́n tí BBC náà sọ.
Where crews working to rescue the Titan submersible after witnessing with 5 people on board while exploring the wreck site of the Titanic. The first sign of trouble came on Sunday after the craft plunged into the waters off the coast of Newfoundland. After an hour and 45 minutes, it lost communication. The U.S. Coast Guard then launched a rescue operation on Monday. Officials estimated there might be at most 96 hours of life support left for the crew inside, possibly as little as 70 hours. People believed to be on board are British-Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his son Suleiman, British businessman and explorer Hamish Harding, former French Navy diver Paul-Marie Nargeolet, and the CEO of the firm. The rescue operation is working around the clock to try to find the tiny vessel in this massive.
Just the same way tí Bọ́lá Tinubu find the wá solution. Ó wá solution sí Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà tó wà nínú omi. Ọ̀nà wo ló fẹ́ fi rí solution yẹn? Why are we living in denial? Kí ló dé tí a fẹ́ gbà òtítọ́ pé Nàìjíríà tí à ń jọ ń sọ yìí kò lè work nítorí pé ó ti rust. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò bí tó rust sí ìyẹn Titanic yẹn. Àwa kọ́ la ní fídíò yìí. Àwọn tó ní company tó gbé Titan ló ń pè but submersible ló ń pè. Ẹ̀hún náà dàbí submarine ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní oríṣiríṣi lọ́ ti sọ fún bàbá yẹn pé kíní yìí ṣóṣọ́ọ̀pù máa work. But ẹ ṣáà jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yẹn. Èmi ti wò ó lénìí. Ìwọ tó náà wá Nàìjíríà tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kó jẹ́ kájọ wo eléyìí. Nàìjíríà wà lábẹ́ omi. And this is the original video. Expedition yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, wọ́n ti lọ rí eléèkọ́ gbó. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí Nàìjíríà náà ni. Nàìjíríà dá nígbà kan kò dá mọ́ nísìn. Nítorí kí ni? Nítorí pé ó ń rì lójoojúmọ́. Ojoojúmọ́ ní Nàìjíríà ní kọ́ra oríṣiríṣi ń kó sí lára. Kò sí anything tó lè kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe. Ok, kódà wọ́n tí lè sọ pé jọ báyìí wọ́n máa lọ gbé ṣíìpì wá sókè padà. Láyé ni mo sọ. In tó take wọn ní 73 years láti locate ibi tó wà. Ǹjẹ́ òun gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ? Kọ́ tó locate ibi tí kìíní. Sọ ma pé bàbá wa àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tó bí ní 1912 tó bá kú ní 1985 they are 73 years old. Ṣé òun gbọ́ kan tí mò ń sọ? Ta ló wà pẹ̀lú mi? Ṣé ma pé gbogbo àwọn tó bí ní 1912 wọ́n ṣẹ̀ máa kú ní 1985 tó bá kú ní 1985 nígbà tó find Titanic 73 years old ni wọ́n. Ẹ wá jẹ́ ká yọ 2 years kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Níbo ni orúkọ tó ń pè wọ́n wà nígbà tó bí wọn tó ṣù wọn kalẹ̀? Orúkọ wọn náà ń pè wọ́n, date of birth wo ló ní? Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi òye sí nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí, but nítorí pé ayé ti wá lajú, àwọn kan wá ní no, òtítọ́ tá à ń wá yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ àpò òtítọ́ sílẹ̀, ká máa mú irọ́, o. So ká fi òtítọ́ yẹn sílẹ̀, torí pé a fẹ́ satisfy ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀, torí pé a fẹ́ satisfy punch. Àwọn èèyàn ló máa gbádùn ẹ̀wò Délé Aláké nísìn, ó gbádùn ayé ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó bá jẹ́ surroundings ẹ̀. Àwọn kan máa gbádùn nínú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì normal ni, government come government go ni, but àwa ń sọ pé in the long run fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kò ń ṣe fún one particular set of people. So farabalẹ̀ nígbà tí àwọn tó bí ní 1912 date of birth wo ni wọ́n ń lò nígbà tó máa fi kú ní 1983 ni wọ́n ń pè wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà, but date of birth wo ni wọ́n lò ní 1912 nígbà tó bí wọn. Mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ jẹ́ àtúwò fídíò ìlẹ́ǹkan sí, mo gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ láàrin méjì ẹ̀ torí àwọn akọ́la ní kò máa jẹ́ kó máa play díẹ̀díẹ̀ akọ́ máa kọ́ tì mí.
Submersible rises slowly.
And this is 3,800 deep in the Atlantic Ocean. Ọlọ́run ọba o. Òtítọ́ ló fẹ́ lọ wá tó bá sọ pé nǹkan expedition àwọn nǹkan fẹ́ lọ mọ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ because how would you ẹ jẹ́ ká wé lò lọ́sàn èmi tẹ̀ mix owó yẹn papọ̀ ẹ bá lọ subscribe ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ti subscribe sórí ilé ó ti lọ sí 154 ẹ túbọ̀ gbọ́ wọlé ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sí 1,000 ní weekend yìí. How much was paid? How much was paid for Titan trip? Èló ni wọ́n san? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò. According to Mumbo, a former passenger details what is inside. No, This is the Titan tour company offer up to close of $250,000. Hey, along about. Past participants have called it a remarkable event in my life and a lifelong dream come true. Tí dream wa bá come true, tí lè ṣoríire nínú Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣépè ni mo fi ń ṣiṣẹ́. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa ṣoríire ńbẹ̀. Yes, o lè lọ sílé kó lọ bá wọn ṣe kó mọ, o lè wà nílé kẹ máa gbé àǹkárá, kẹ dín àkàrà bí èèyàn bá kú, bí èèyàn bá bímọ, but ìyẹn pé à ń ṣoríire. Ìyà la fi ń jẹra wa. Èlò lọ́sàn. Ocean Gate have promoted the third dive for months on his website and in Facebook post, offering the chance to follow in Jackie Cousteau's footsteps and become an underwater explorer for the price of $250,000. Ẹ wá wo gbogbo tí Ìgbòho fi sílẹ̀. Ó fi owó sílẹ̀, ó fi ara ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ó fẹ́ fi ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ pé gbogbo tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ó máa ní Ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí òun. Èló ni Ìgbòho ní? Ẹ̀mọye tó ní tó fi gbogbo ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Ó wá ní òtítọ́ lòun wá. Àná ẹ fi owó sílẹ̀ bá mi mú ní bàbá ẹja kọ́ àwọn mọ́tò yìí kúrò nílé. Ìgbòho ní no. Ó ní gbogbo kinní yìí ó ní kò mean anything. Àwọn èèyàn wá ń san $250,000 láti mú kí bàbá Michael Coker. Wọ́n wá ń san $250,000 láti lọ wo Titanic tó ti wreck. Kò ṣe pé ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ o. Àbọ̀rọ̀ Titanic yàn ṣiṣẹ́ o. But àwọn èèyàn wá ready láti sanwó. Láti wọ́n sọ di tourist. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí sọ. Inú bẹ̀rẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí o. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó sọ. Ó ní kódà ọmọ 16 years ago lè operate. Ẹ̀jà mo kàn fẹ́ máa fún iná. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn fídíò yìí mo fẹ́ kó máa link ẹ̀ mọ́rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. So ìwọ tó ń ní mo ti sacrifice mo ṣe mọ́ because o ní understanding ẹ̀. Tó bá ní understanding pé quest tó bá ní quest èèyàn ń wá òtítọ́ ni Ìgbòho wá ló fi di èrò Benin Republic. Ẹ wá ní kó fi òtítọ́ yẹn sílẹ̀ kó tún padà síbi tí òtítọ́ ò sí nítorí pé afẹ́ kó yes ó máa ní freedom ẹ̀ pé kò ní freedom yẹn rọlẹ̀ pa. Mo ní kọ́lọ̀ fún gbogbo alẹ́ mi Google Bọ́lá Tinubu gan by the time tí a bá calculate 8 years Bọ́lá Tinubu will be 87. Ìgbòho sì máa wà younger than Bọ́lá Tinubu. Gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ. Ìgbòho sì máa ní more strength ju Bọ́lá Tinubu lọ as at that time. So ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí, ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń rò pé ó ti ń pẹ́ ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ìtẹ́jọ́ ń fà lọ yìí lórí Yorùbá nation yìí, àwa ti takú pé no retreat no surrender níṣẹ́. Èmi àtàlàyé sì sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí, ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń fọkàn sí pé kò ní wáyé, ìgbà wo ló máa wáyé, Ìgbòho yes and only the freedom láti lọ kí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Bọ́ kẹ́ wá máa sọ pé kẹ́ lọ bá bẹ̀bẹ̀, ẹ̀bẹ̀ ò lè fẹ́ bá bẹ̀bẹ̀. Kó yọ embargo tó wà lórí ẹ̀ kúrò láti Nàìjíríà kó lè máa lọ sí Germany tó bá fẹ́ lọ, tó bá dẹ̀ padà á dúró sí Benin. Kí ló wà Nàìjíríà? Ẹ wọnú ilé ẹ fẹ́ lọ pa sínú ilé ẹ̀. Ẹ mú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gbé gbogbo agbára tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ní láti fẹ́ fi paráàlú. Èèyàn kọ́kàn wá sọ sí ẹni tí wọ́n pa nínú ilé ẹ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé Ìgbòho kí Tinubu kò jọ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ òmùgọ̀ nìyẹn náà. That's a stupid because ní understanding àwọn kan nísìnyí ẹ wo gbogbo eré tó ń sá láti fẹ́ fi rescue submersible yìí látijọ́ Sunday ló ti wọ abẹ́ omi lọ tó ọmọbi tó wà. Wọ́n wà láyé ni wọ́n ti kú ni but nǹkan kan ló gbé wọn lọ síbẹ̀ ló gbé ẹ̀mí wọn lọ síbẹ̀. Ìyẹn ṣe máa kó over $250,000. Olówó náà ló lè ṣe. Ẹja wo fídíò yìí.
At BBC Verify, we've been monitoring search efforts for the Titan submersible, which you can see behind me here. The Titan, it arrived around Sunday morning at the wreckage of the Titanic, and it was launched by this vessel here, the Polar Prince. We understand communication was lost around an hour and 3/4 after the submersible made its dive. We're not quite sure when exactly a call for help was put out, but we do know that the US Coast Guard is coordinating relief efforts. And rescuers have a huge area to travel, as you can see.
Sorry, don't worry, this is BBC. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dàbí Nàìjíríà ni now. I mean, we are talking about money Nigeria is big. Okay, ìgbà tó big yẹn, kí ni ìwúlò Nàìjíríà pay náà tiẹ̀? Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, quest for Yoruba nationalism empowerment. quest for Yoruba nation defense, quest for Yoruba nation innovation, quest for Yoruba nation diplomatic with any countries around the world, quest for Yoruba nation so that we can have our own identity. Ìyàwó Àbíbá no retreat, no surrender lágbé dání. Gbogbo ìtẹ́yìn gbogbo yìí sọ yẹn, àníṣe Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ gan lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́jọ, ó máa pé 87 years old. Èmi sì máa wà yọ̀ǹgà jùlọ, kọ́lọ̀ fún gbogbo ọlẹ́mìí gbogbo. Ìjà tá à ń jà, ìjà tó ní parí ni, ọ̀n tí a bá gba quest wa. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, àwọn oníbì kankan tá à ń lọ mọ́, kò síbì kankan tá à ń lọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn wá sọ fún mi láàárọ̀ àwọn òlú kan, àwọn òlú tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn kò tí ì dé stage ni, tó bá dé stage ni gbogbo wọn lọ́ máa understand pé ìtajọ́ fà yìí. Kò tí ì dé stage yẹn ni mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́, ẹni tó bá ti yé tí mo sọ, mo ti sọ yìí tí máa sọ ní gbogbo years. Kò tí ì dé stage yẹn ni mo ní láti máa tún máa elaborate kankan mọ́, tó bá ti yẹ kó forget sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bá dé stage yẹn everybody máa understand pé gbogbo àgbáyé náà máa wá bó ṣe máa rescue wa ni. Kò tí ì dé ṣe kí lẹ rò pé wọ́n fi rescue ṣé àwọn ilé nìkan ló wọnú omi ni 73 people died in the water ní Cyprus ní last week, kò sí any rescue site kankan fún wọn. Èèyàn 5 wá wà lábẹ́ omi nísìnyí, ẹ wá ń wá gbogbo ọ̀nà tẹ́fẹ́ fi raise wọn síta nítorí pé ó ti dé stage yẹn ni. 73 people died, wọn ò tí ì rí bọ́dì ẹlòmíì nínú wọn, àwọn tó fẹ́ cross tó ń wá better life. Kò tí ì dé stage yẹn ni. Quest for Yoruba nation sọ pé gbogbo pé kò ní wáyé yẹn, ẹ̀yẹ fọkànbalẹ̀. Ojú ló ń kán ìbòjì, òun ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀ dáṣà Ìgbòho ṣá. Òun wá fi gbogbo tó ní sílẹ̀, ó fi mọ́tò, ó fi odindilé mansion, ó wá decide pé òun á sì sacrifice ara òun nítorí pé ó ń wọ́ òtítọ́. Ẹ̀yin ò wọ́ òtítọ́ náà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pera yín lólówó ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin elite, you are all bastard. Ẹ̀yin ò wọ́ òtítọ́, ìrọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ wá Nàìjíríà tó ṣe wà fixable bí ọ̀rọ̀ Titanic. Ó take wọn ní 73 years láti pinpoint ibi tí Titanic wà. Now in tó wọnú omi báyìí nísìn, wọn ò lè sọ pé ibi báyìí ló tún wà nísìn, ìyẹn náà tún di tán wá. Hey, I don't understand. Èèyàn kan wá ní pé ẹ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà dàbí Titanic ni, because ó take wọn ní 73 years between 1912 and 1985 láti sọ pé ibi báyìí gangan ló wà. Ojoojúmọ́ ló ń wà, wọ́n ń wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wá Nàìjíríà pé fẹ́ fix ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin òmùgọ̀ idiot all over the place. Òun ní church ẹ̀ ló máa sọ fún ẹ pé Nàìjíríà máa wà fixable. Orí church yẹn ò pé, gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Orí mọ́ṣáláṣí náà ò pé. Ẹ̀ ń ní pé ẹ fẹ́ wá ibi tí Nàìjíríà máa wà fixable nínú omi tí Nàìjíríà wà, nínú conjunction tó wà, nínú tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ, ibo ni ìwé mi wà. Bàbá Akíntóyè sọ ká mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà tí a fẹ́ lọ fix yìí, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ kí gbogbo aká máa rí kẹ. Gbòmí tó kù wá kẹ. Ẹ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà, are you all crazy? Kálẹ̀ yìí tẹ́ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà, mo gbọ́dọ̀ print mi, o ti lu eléyìí pa. Ẹ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà, kí lẹ mọ̀ tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ? Bàbá Akíntóyè ní pé the more, mo ń bọ̀ jẹ́ ìgbé jáde lẹ́yìn kó lè rí, the more tábà ní a fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà, a máa rí gbogbo wa ní, ọlọ́mọ yẹ kí gbogbo wa rí bíi Titanic. Ẹ má tètè yára nísìn, ìwọ tí owó mi tó ní kò sí tó kàn ẹ́, àwọn ọmọ ọmọ ẹ máa ṣí grave ẹ wá dá sídìí sínú ẹ̀ nígbà tásìkò bá tó, nítorí pé wọ́n máa wọ́ òtítọ́. Òrùpá àwọn ọmọ ìsín ọ stupid bí èmi àti ẹni, àwọn ọmọ sí ò stupid bí àwa, wọ́n mọ tán pé ní ìran wọn, but wọ́n lè má lè sọ Yorùbá, wọ́n lọ máa wá, ìmí sì máa lọ wá ibi tí Ìgbòho gan wà tí ò ní mọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kó lọ yẹn a máa pè wá pé òun fẹ́ lọ kí chief nítorí pé ànábì tòun nìyẹn. Ìwọ máa gbàdúrà nínú ilé kó má sọ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ pé bàbá kan wà tó ń pè ní Ìgbòho tó máa bá ń dúpẹ́ fún wọn. Káwọn ọmọ ẹ máa dúpẹ́ fún Ìgbòho lójoojúmọ́ nítorí pé ó ń wá quest, ó ń wá òtítọ́, nítorí pé ó mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ ni pé kí ìran Yorùbá kó bọ́ nínú wàhálà takosiri. Ìwọ wá ní pé ká ṣọ́tọ̀ ìkórè understand. Mo ń bọ̀ bó ní lẹ́tà bàbá Akíntóyè wà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Yorùbá nation kò ń ṣe Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ni wọ́n fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sìn wá restructure Nàìjíríà at 95. Bàbá yẹn náà ń wá restructure Nàìjíríà. Kọ́lọ̀ bá ń lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí bàbá yẹn, kọ́lọ̀ bá ń lọ́ra ẹ̀mí bàbá wa. Bolówà mo ní lẹ́tà bàbá Akíntóyè wà kẹ́ mo ṣe download ẹ̀ níjọ́ ni. Àná ń fẹ́ Yorùbá nation. Ẹlòmíì tá a bá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, ẹlòmíì a máa ní Yorùbá nation, Yorùbá ló ń sọ lẹ́nu o, a máa ní Yorùbá nation ọ̀lẹ́ wá nítorí pé òmùgọ̀ ni, kò ní understanding, kò mọ̀ pé quest èèyàn máa ń wọ́, èèyàn ń wọ́ òtítọ́ ni. Rí Jésù, ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gba Jésù gbọ́, àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, ẹ̀ ń disagree, tí rí ànábì, gbà ànábì gbọ́, ẹ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ẹ ń disagree ṣẹ́rí pé kò make sense ṣẹ́rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yàn make sense ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe máa ń tako ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn but àwa ń sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kọ́ la gbé dání ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn lẹ́tà Bàbá Akíntóyè mo fẹ́ kó pop up ni o if not jẹ́ lọ download it again jàre because mo download it but kò yẹ kó rìn jìnnà tó yìí ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá eléyìí tí gbogbo wa gbé dání bó bá ń gbogbo àwọn politicians wa kò gbọ́ bó bá ń wọ́n kó má gbọ́ it's no problem lásán it's just a matter of time yẹn àwa ni àwọn náà máa náà ní time gbogbo àjọ ní time okay mo ti rí òun lélẹ̀ gbogbo ara ní time the Yorùbá nation ò ní wáyé you are all fooling yourself it will happen in our lifetime ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí Bàbá Akíntóyè sọ níbí báyìí bàbá ní the more the Yorùbá nation remains stuck kí ló ń pè ní stuck submarine yìí ti stuck ní sí wọn mọbi tó wà òmùgọ̀ idiot ìtàn wá tí gbogbo àgbáyé wá nísìn tó ń kó gbogbo resources sí kọ́ lọ́njọ́ rí ni bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí nísìn time ti ń clock. Our quest for Yoruba self-determination is not a crime. Kò ní kankan ṣe pa pẹ̀lú government Nigeria. No. Torí pé ìgbà tó ń build the Titanic ní 1909, Yoruba kingdom ló exist. A dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe ayé wa kó tó di pé àwọn òyìnbó dé lọ́dà gbogbo ẹ̀. Mo kí bàbá wa Kẹ́hìndé Sàlámì. Bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ nínú page 5, the more that the Yoruba nation remains stuck into and trapped. Ṣe ni pé bàbá yìí professor gidi ni Bàbá Akíntóyè ẹ wo ohun tí wọ́n sọ ok in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní submersible yìí nísìn kí lẹ rò pé ó ṣe ó ti wà trapped ṣe mọ̀ pé kò ṣeé ṣí látòkè wọn ò lè ṣí látòkè ìyẹn gálógó tó wà lókè tán wà yìí kíní tán wà yìí submersible yẹn tán wà yẹn ó dà pé mo ní picture lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé kíní tán wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n boat wọn ṣe rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá kan tẹ máa ń pèpè wà intelligent lọ́kànra yín ẹ̀yin wà intelligent wọ́n ti bóòtì Nàìjíríà látòkè fídíò yẹn dà ṣórí bíbọ̀ òkè bíbọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ mo ti lò lánàá ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ dà ń pòrí the other laptop láti rí lánàá mo ń bọ̀ ó wà lórí Twitter máa tó download ẹ̀ ní sound coming up from the Titan mo download ọ̀dà pé laptop àná ẹ̀yẹn ni mo lò lánàá fún Star Radio ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń dún ìtàn wà lélẹ́yọ̀ wọn ó ń gbé sound kan bọ̀ látòkè mo fi sáré download ẹ̀ sọ́dà kó lè wà lẹ́yìn mi kẹ́lẹ̀ máa ní wọ́n bó tẹ̀ látòkè wọ́n ò lè ṣí nínú ilé kábíyèsí Elédùmarè kéèyàn máa sọ pé òun fẹ́ lọ sínú abẹ́ omi ẹ̀dẹ̀ dè mí mọ́nu pángolo wọ́n dé yìí mọ́nà Nàìjíríà nísìn ẹ̀yin wá ní ẹwà ọ̀nà tẹ́ fẹ́ fi ṣí báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣí wá ṣàlàyé fún mi idiot ìbí wọ́n ni professor wá ṣàlàyé fún wa náà wá ṣàlàyé fún koikimedia ọ̀nà tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà tẹ́ fẹ́ fi ṣí Nàìjíríà nígbà tẹ́ pé wọ́n ti dè ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ mo dẹ́ wà lábẹ́ ìdè ẹ lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ máa gbàdúrà lọ sí mọ́ṣáláṣí lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ìyẹn ló wà nílẹ̀ mí sí ni òun ni ẹ máa wo fídíò lẹ́yìn mi ìtàn wá lélẹ́yìí o jẹ́ ǹdídé gbogbo ìtàn wá òjò òun lélẹ́yìí ìtàn wá òun ní òjò ìtàn wá lélẹ́yìí o idiot all over the place fix Nigeria bàbá ẹ ló máa fix Nigeria ẹ já wo sáǹtọ̀ ló ń jáde láti abẹ́ omi ẹ lélẹ́yìí àwọn Nigerians náà wà trapped link olefẹ it is not showing on YouTube no clearly kò show on YouTube ẹ má bínú sorry èmi ni mo ti move ẹ má bínú èmi ni mo switch ẹ mọ̀ pé double layer ní iṣẹ́ tí mo ń ṣe bíbà eléyìí gan ok àwọn eléyìí tí mo ẹ má bínú èmi ní yẹ kí ẹ mọ̀ pé software ni mo dẹ̀ ti kúrò nínú software tí yàrá bá dẹ̀ ti kúrò nínú software ìyẹn ni tó bá yẹ pé BBC àwọn big kìíní àwọn míì ló máa ń ṣe gbogbo ìgbélé táwọn ń ṣe tó yẹ pé mi ni mò ń ṣe méjèèjì kọ́lọ́ ń jẹ́ káwa náà dé stage yẹn tí a máa ní country tiwa tó lè máa ní operation tó dáa so in tí mo fi wọ̀nyí lélẹ̀ so òun lélẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò yìí fídíò yẹn lélẹ̀ mo rẹ̀ gbójú wo screen mi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi bíbá mo kí ìyàwó Fisáyọ̀ ó tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun a ní ẹ ti wà trap àwọn tó wà ń bíbá nísìn wọn ò lè túra wọn kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba o bí yàn bá fẹ́ rìnrìn àjò yìí tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Kristẹni wá kọ́kọ́ ní kó lọ ṣàdúrà wọ́n lè ríran sí pé má lọ mùsùlùmí náà á lọ ṣàdúrà àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ máa gbé fájáde ni àwọn tó jẹ́ níṣẹ̀ṣe máa gbé fájáde ni kí ló ń lọ sábẹ́ omi fún but àwọn òyìnbó sáyẹ́ǹsì làwọn believe in ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé culture wa ò ṣeé fi ṣeré whether you are a Christian you are a Muslim whether you are a traditionalist ó ní process tíyàn máa fi ṣe nǹkan mú kí ẹ Afọláyan ìtàn wà lélẹ́yìí o now ẹ jẹ́ ká kúrò ní fídíò yẹn ṣẹ́rí mo kàn ń líǹkì ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mọ́ Nàìjíríà kó lè bá yé yín because bàbá Akíntóyè sọ pé vortex ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ meaning vortex tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ yẹn vortex kí ni meaning ẹ̀ tá a bá sọ pé the world with a fún mi ní pronunciation ẹ̀ létí kò fún mi ní pronunciation mo máa ń like pronunciation yẹn mo mọ̀ pé kò fún wa náà níjọ́ tá à ń check ẹ̀ alright àmọ́ something that resemble a whirlpool vortex a dangerous Cambridge dictionary lélẹ́yìí òkè ó dà ń pò máa fún mi ní sound ẹ̀ ó yá vortices tó bá fẹ́ lò ní ti UK vortex ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe English dictionary gan lẹ́ẹ̀ká máa lò but mo like ti Google ẹ jẹ́ n bookmark eléyìí náà farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ pronunciation ẹ̀ vortex again vortex again kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ vortex vortex again vortex bàbá ẹ bá ń ṣe gbòòsà fún bàbá Akíntóyè àní ẹ ṣe gbòòsà fún bàbá Akíntóyè ṣé mọ̀ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yóò ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní bàbá mẹ́ta tí ni bàbá Akíntóyè rí ní ṣe kìíní kí bàbá yẹn ríran ní ṣá ṣé mọ̀ pé ó kàn wá sí brain mi nísìn ṣé mọ̀ pé ìtí bàbá Akíntóyè fún wa yìí a massive of air or water that spins around very fast and pulls object into its empty center kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run máa tóbi lọ́ba o ẹ sọ pé Allahu Akbar because ìtàn wá nísìn ó ti wà nínú abẹ́ omi wọn ò mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ gbé jáde báyìí kódà wọn ní tó bá rí kinní yẹn nísìn wọn ò tí ì lè sọ pé báyìí ló ṣe máa gbé padà bàbá Akíntóyè wá ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé Nàìjíríà the more táwọn ọmọ Yorùbá bá wà nínú Nàìjíríà the more we remain stuck tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé nǹkan wà stuck in tó wà nínú omi mo fi ṣe example fún yín eléyìí omi lélẹ́yìí nísìn omi tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ omi tí ó ti há sínú bíbà àfi tí àjọ̀nú bá wọnú léyìí ló lè yọ jáde òun lélẹ́yìí ṣẹ́rí pé kò lè jáde ó ti wà trapped ẹ ti wà trapped gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀pọ̀lẹ̀ lọ́mọ Yorùbá òun lélẹ́yìí ó ti wà trapped sínú inú omi ta ló máa wá gbé ẹ jáde kò lè jáde òun ni ó dry pa eléyìí ta ti ṣí nìyẹn o jẹ́ wọ́n tún lọ mú mi wà tí mo tí ì ṣe tó jẹ́ tuntun èyí tó jẹ́ tuntun ó wà sealed èyí tó jẹ́ tuntun ìyẹn wà sealed wọ́n ti sílẹ̀ ó wà sealed eléyìí nísìn mo ti ṣí àti múnú ẹ̀ but àti tí mo ti múnú ẹ̀ àti tó wà sealed so ìbéèrè tí mo ń bí wọ́n nísìn ni pé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ jáde nínú bíbá nísìn and that is why we are saying that Baba Akintoye is an intelligent man ó kọ sínú lẹ́tà táṣẹ́lì sí Tinubu pé the more the Yoruba nation remains stuck into and trapped in the vortex ẹ jẹ́ ká wá break down vortex yẹn ká tó sọ the next word a massive of air or water that spins around very fast kí là ń rí níbí báyìí nísìnyí látẹ̀ nǹkan ẹja wo bíbá kí lè ń rí níbí báyìí no ẹ sọ fún mi kí ṣe iná lè ń rí níbí báyìí kí lè rí omi lè ń rí náà omi lè ń rí wọ́n wá kíní ìwà wọnú abẹ́ omi lọ ní sùúrù ní láti gbọ́n kan tí wọ́n sọ kíní ìfẹ́ wọnú abẹ́ omi lọ ẹ wọ àgbàrá omi òmùgọ̀ wo àgbàrá omi tí kíní ìwọ̀ lọ ó wá ní kó survive ó lè survive lóòótọ́ but nǹkan kan ti go wrong ìwọ mo kí ìyàwó Elizabeth ìwọ wá ń sọ fún mi nísìnyí pé èmi ò mọ tèmi ń sọ tó mọ̀ pé ní abẹ́ omi tó wà ìwọ tún ní the oxygen tó wà ní Nàìjíríà nísìnyí ó ti ń tanná lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó ń tán oxygen yẹn ó máa tán before 8 years tí Tinubu ò bá ti ṣe the needful oxygen tẹ́ ń lò tẹ́ fi wà nínú bíbà nínú trap vortex yìí tó ń pè ní the Nigerian trash ilé ilẹ̀ sórí Yorùbá á ti wà trap sínú Nàìjíríà a lè ṣoríire kò ń ṣèpè mo ò ṣépè fún anybody èmi náà ní family nílé a lè rí kankan ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà. It is ẹ ti wà trapped. So ó wá kó bá ṣe fẹ́ jáde àwa sọ fún ara wa pé ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣera wa ní oṣù kan ká lè tètè jáde. Àwọn kan wá jáde wọ́n ní no kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tí Igboho sọ nínú fídíò tá à ń pè máa bá lọ ẹ̀.
Àrìlísẹ̀ wọ́n pè ní wọ́n ní kó ọmọ ẹni yọ. Àbí Sunday bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ kó ṣàlàyé dé wọn. Òní tó yẹ kí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ lọ́ọ̀yà wa àtàwọn lọ́ọ̀yà wa yòókù. Professor Adeniran.
Professor Adeniran nírọ̀wò ẹja fi bàbá yẹn sílẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀ ọjọ́ mi ni kò ṣe léni.
Àṣọ because French language náà sọ fún ìkànnà ìbá difficult o. Òyìnbó French tí mo mọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ṣáà mọ̀ ọ́n dà kọ́.
Very merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Now Baba Akintoye jẹ́ kó yé wa pé to bring the program and calm a little bit down. Ó bá lówó nínú Nàìjíríà ó sì máa lè wọnú problem. Olówó ìnísìn billionaire ní tó bá néèyàn billionaire not in naira billionaire in pound sterling or billionaire in dollar ìyẹn alàgbà yìí bàbá máa tẹ̀ ń wò yìí tó wọnú omi pẹ̀lú wọn lọ yìí bàbá yìí eléyìí nísìn billionaire lòun náà billionaire ni ó wá fowó ra whatever ó fi lọ wo ohun tó wà lábẹ́ ilẹ̀ but unfortunately billionaire lélẹ́yìí náà àtọmọ ẹ̀ British businessman Pakistan richest family pẹ̀lú ọmọ 19 years old eléyìí ti lọ rí 77 years old a former French so ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n dàbí Nàìjíríà ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá lọ sórí péjì Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù nísìn a máa rí oríṣiríṣi yẹn máa wọ pé ṣé inú Nàìjíríà náà ni gbogbo eléyìí ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣá ṣé inú Nàìjíríà ni gbogbo eléyìí ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ but irọ́ ló pa fúnra wọn nítorí pé inú trash ni so wọ́n make trash yẹn bí ìgbà tó wà beautiful mo ní wọ́ọ̀ bí any one of them dá mo fi dárúkọ tó drive rẹ̀ láti state ẹ̀ lọ sí state míì tó má kó security dání because trash ni ẹni tó ní fúnra rẹ̀ gan wà nú ẹ̀ ẹni tó ní project yìí òun lélẹ̀ òun gan wà nínú abẹ́ omi tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n tí bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n tí lè sọ pé bí báyìí lọ́wọ́ wọ́n sì ń wá wọn ni ìbéèrè tí mo tún béèrè ni pé Titanic yẹn ẹja wo fídíò yẹn dé ẹlẹ́ǹkan sí ní bíbá bó ṣe rí lábẹ́ omi gangan lélẹ̀ bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí lélẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ó ti rust ẹ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ti rust bó tó bá lọ sórí péjì àwọn bloggers yín àwọn influencer yín àwọn Túndé Ednut àwọn Davido Savage Burna Boy bèbí tó máa ń gbá football yẹn Afisa tàbí whatever ẹ bá lọ sórí péjì wọn ẹ má béèrè pé ṣé Nàìjíríà ṣáà ní gbogbo àjọ wà irọ́ ló ń pa kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ó ti rust ẹ já wo fídíò yìí Nàìjíríà dàbí Titanic tó wà lábẹ́ omi ẹ bó ṣe ń dún omi ni.
Is in fact cell-like structures called rusticles.
Nigeria leleyo òun lẹ wò yìí.
Bacteria attached to steel and sunken ships.
Nigeria lẹ wò yìí o.
Those ones are coming out of the center hose pipe, but the center anchor chain would have come through.
So everybody is trying to fix Nigeria. Advert. Everybody is trying to fix Nigeria. Everybody want Nigeria because there's nothing called Nigeria. But people don't want to accept the truth that there's nothing called Nigeria. Until we all accept the truth will set us free. If not, àjọ máa sink sínú ẹ̀ ní ọ̀dún tá a bá gbára wa. But ẹ̀yin ò fẹ́ ká gbára wa. That is why we are where we are today. Let's go back to the video. Titanic and eléyìí lábẹ́ omi 12,500 feet below water.
And we can see more rusticles draped over those rails.
Bọ́dọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣe ní eléyìí ó ti rust.
Bamboo coral.
Nàìjíríà ti rust, but irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. My name is OLAMILEKAN.
We're now looking into the weld where the huge center anchor still
Triple
lies in its
DRS,
place.
welcome to the program.
Just above it, you can see the crane that would have lifted that out.
So, not to waste too much time because I call on the video and Elilo will share a link in. If you want to go and watch it, Elo will need because I call on Elilo sorry YouTube one. Kelo wo ẹ bá wa lọ sórí tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa tí a ṣe ṣí kelo ṣe kíni ẹ lọ dọwọ́ bò so that we can have more traffic and we can build the platform. It will then generate itself automatically, as we say. Now that we understand Vortex, a dangerous or bad situation. Is Nigeria dangerous? Oh yes. Yesterday alone, the military was attacked. Yeah. Let me close down some of these because we don't need all these. About that to follow, I'll come back to it. But for now, let me close it so that we do not run out of time. Shetima in closed-door meeting with the Nigerian governor forums. Okay? Nigeria, the trash. Àwọn nìkan la máa gbádùn ẹ̀rí wọn. Àwọn nìkan la máa gbádùn ṣeré wọn. Ṣeré wọn. Ṣeré wọn. They are all criminals. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá báyìí. Bomb bastard. Ṣeré gbogbo wọn. Gbogbo wọn látòkè délẹ̀. Ṣeré gbogbo wọn báyìí. Irọ́ ni kí ló ń wò lórí fóònù? Kò sí kankan tó ń wò lórí fóònù. Ó lè jẹ́ girlfriend wọn ló ń send message sí wọn pé I'm gonna be on the bed waiting for you in the hotel, eating the hotel. Tẹ́bẹ́rì wọn tó ń wo fóònù báyìí nísìn. Kò sí kankan tó ń wò lórí fóònù. Àwọn aláṣẹ́wó wọn ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ rò pé wọ́n fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé táwọn Yorùbá ń rí gbogbo prayer ṣe rí wọn gbogbo wọn báyìí. Irọ́ ni kò sí kankan tó ń ṣe o. Kò sí nothing tó ń ṣe o. Gbogbo eléyìí is just gimmick. Plateau State lélẹ́yìí. Gbogbo yìí is all gimmicks. But Nigerians mo kí mi ìyá mi níkẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ mà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tí Yorùbá ń rí wọn báyìí nísìn. Àwọn Nigerian governor forum. Irọ́ ni o. Akérèdọ́lù wà ní Germany nísìn tó gba treatment. Ó fi status sílẹ̀ nísìn. Kò sí hospital kò sí kankan. Òun fúnra rẹ̀ ti sá kúrò kò lè gba treatment nínú Ondo State ṣèbó òun ni gómìnà. Ẹ máa tanra yín gbogbo yín ibẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ mo fi lọ HQ Nigerian military wọ́n attack mọ́ lánàá. Àwọn ló ní bíbá ó dà ẹja lọ sórí page Simon Ekpa ó wà lórí ẹ máa wọn nílò bọ́ mo ti ka news yẹn ẹja lọ sórí page Simon Ekpa mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. This is another one. Mo lè show eléyìí. Wọ́n yìnbọn pélé náà ni. Wọ́n yìn ọdún náà kan ní ọmọ kọ́ọ̀tì ni. But that is part of the insecurity in Nigeria. But eléyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi eléyìí wọ̀nyí. This is Nigerian military. Ẹ ò bọ́ ṣe attack o. Vortex. Ẹ wòran. Kò sí ambulance, kò sí helicopter tó máa wá rescue wọn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé inú Nàìjíríà làwọn lè wá wọ̀ sí lábẹ́ omi o. Wọ́n mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Tony Aegis. Mr. Ayọ̀rẹ́ Silver Gold. I can't find Koiki second YouTube. Tẹ́ bá ti type in KOKIMEDIA TV. Mo dẹ̀ ti share link yẹn so many times sórí tẹ́ bá lọ èrò òǹlẹ̀lẹ̀ tẹ́mi náà bá lọ sórí YouTube. Ẹ lọ sí search yín KOKIMEDIA TV. Tẹ́ bá ti type in KOKIMEDIA TV. Ó máa gbé jáde. Ẹ ti rí British flag ni mo fi ṣe òun lélẹ̀ kò ṣe miss màá tún share link yẹn ẹ gbọ́wọ́lé link yẹn gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti subscribe tó bá ń wò wá lójoojúmọ́ tí mo dẹ̀ mention ẹ̀ then that means pé ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa délẹ̀ ni ẹ kàn lọ pé ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa ni and that is not fair and for the fact that I don't even ask you all to go and subscribe but eléyìí like I say òun ni mo ti post ẹ̀ so ẹni tó bá náà wò rí ẹ gbọ́wọ́lé link yẹn ẹ jáde kúrò ní broadcast yóò sá lọ. Actually, it's just 2 hours. So, ẹ ṣì bá wa nínú ẹ̀, kò cost you anything, ẹ sáré gbọ́wọ́ lè kẹ́dẹ̀ padà wọlé, that's all. So, and that goes as well, fẹ́yìn tẹ́wà lórí, Facebook. Ẹ gbọ́wọ́ lè, ẹ lọ subscribe sí. Òun nìyẹn. Ẹ gbọ́wọ́ lè, ẹ lọ subscribe, very very easy. Ó wà ní community wa náà, mo ti fi sínú community wa, mo ti fi sínú ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn púpọ̀ mọ̀ tó ń pè ní community. Community is where I post news on the YouTube. So community nìyẹn so I posted there òun ni àti post ẹ̀ nísìn ẹ lọ sínú community wa So it's all there, you know. So let's come back to Simon Ekpa again. Nigerian military, in Nigeria, probably ambush military. I mean, imagine ambush military. Kò sí helicopter backup, kò sí ambulance, kò sí nǹkan. Ẹni orí bá yọ nù wọn ni. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ báyìí ti subscribe. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ bá wa subscribe. Kò sí any excuse. Àbí tó bá yẹ pé for whatever reason bí àwọn ní other side ní opposition ní ẹ̀kọ́ wà níbí ẹ̀kọ́ fi gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ bí a máa rí kankan sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé when it comes to international news, ibi ìbàlẹ̀ ti máa gbọ́ tá a máa link ẹ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation. Ẹ wòran. Ẹ wo àwọn sójà Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wo ibi tó sọ sójà Nàìjíríà dé. Ẹ wo ibi tí wọ́n bring sójà Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wo bó ṣe bring wọn down. Ẹ wòran. Ilé sọ báyìí. Ìyẹn sunkún níbẹ̀ yẹn. Kò yí sí. Ẹ ṣe gbogbo ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ subscribe. Kò fọ́nì rárá Ọlọ́run. Ẹ wò wọn. Táwọn sójà náà lè àwọn lè ṣá. It's because wọn ò ní leader kankan. Ẹ wò wọn. This is very serious situation tó ṣẹlẹ̀. But Nigerians are used to lies. So let's come back out of all these and come back to the full conversation. My name is OLAMILEKAN Koiki. O lè má bá mi pàdé rí. O lè má ti gbọ́ kọ́ máa ní bọ̀bọ́ kan, arákùnrin kan, ó jókòó sí London. Ó ń sọ pé kí wọ́n pín Nàìjíríà. Ta ló mú? Thank you so much, Silver Gold. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́wà lórí Mixella. Boom Bastard Media. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ọmọ Plan B. Thank you so much. Mo understand, you know, some of you wants to be in my position. Some of you believe that tani bobo ìwọ ló máa sọ ohun tá a máa ṣe fún wa, tani ìwọ tó fẹ́ máa sọ ohun tá a máa ṣe fún wa. I will decide what we want to do. Nobody argues with anybody. The line is open. Program yìí in 1 hour kò ní ju 3 hours lọ. So I'm just going to relax a little bit now. About the pay, if not, I'll just run it for 1 hour. Cherry, mo ná sẹ́mi ni o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ń lé. Mo get point yìí. Lọ́kàn yín pé nǹkan ṣì máa dáa. Ẹ wá fi Ọlọ́run ẹ fi back it up. Èmi náà rò bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà kan. Èmi náà rò bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà kan pé Nàìjíríà yẹn máa ṣiṣẹ́. Mo kí bàbá mi ní Germany, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín dádì. Mo mà kí ó gbẹ̀yìn bàbá wa ní Australia, New Zealand, Belgium, Spain. Mo kí ní Netherlands, mo kí ní Oman, ní Baghdad. Ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan wà tó máa ń pọ̀ wá láti Sudan, àmọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀, àgbúrò wọn lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. I hope it's fine. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà ní Malaysia, Thailand. Èmi kọ́ ni problem yín. Ní tó bá wùn ilẹ̀ bá máa sọ. Sórí problem yín òun ní Nàìjíríà. Èmi bó bá wùn yín ni kẹ́ sọ. Ẹ bá sọ títí di ọ̀la. Quest táwa fẹ́ yẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ wá sí ìmúṣẹ ìsọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀. Èmi kọ́ ni problem Nàìjíríà. Èmi dẹ̀ kọ́ ni mo fa Nàìjíríà sínú problem. Mo nọsẹ̀ báyìí ní wàláì, mo relax. Èmi kọ́ ni problem Nàìjíríà. Èmi kọ́ ni problem Nàìjíríà. Mo mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ wà ní position tèmi. Wọ́n náà lọ gba visa kó wá sí London náà. Kí n wá sí Nàìjíríà. Mo ti wá Nàìjíríà dáadáa, so tí n bá wá nísìn kí ló wà níbẹ̀. Mo lose anything tí n bá wá sí Nàìjíríà. Wàláì bread àtẹyin mo jẹ láàárọ̀ pẹ̀lú tea. Kí n tó ṣe breaking news yẹn, mo kọ́kọ́ jẹun dáadáa kí n lè mọ tọ́rọ̀ mi lè jáde dáadáa. Ẹyin 3 ni mo dín, slice bread 3, ẹyin, so kò lè imagine slice bread wọn bí slice bread yẹn ṣe rí. So ẹyin kan, bread kan, ẹyin kejì, bread kan, ẹyin kẹta, bread kan, mo dẹ̀ mu tea. just a small tiny honey milk tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ kan nísìn mo lọ sùn ni freelance ni mí because mo ti jí tipẹ́ mo ti jí láti 5 ìgbà míì kò ń ṣe pé torí pé èèyàn wá sórí line so ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wà nílé tẹ́ wá feel pé èmi àti Ìgbòho ní problem yín alákọ̀ọ́ ni problem yín mo mọ̀ para ń ta yín ni èmi kọ́ mo ní just reason mo rí ẹ̀jà rí èmi kọ́ mo kó bá yín o èmi kọ́ mo kó bá yín rárá ẹ̀ tó kó bá yín òun ni Lugard Ìgbòho kọ́ ló kó bá yín bàbá Akíntóyè kọ́ ló kó bá yín kó bá yín mo gbogbo ni mo wá ń kakọ̀ mọ́ I see your comment and all that on Twitter ṣe mọ̀ pé rìpọ́ọ̀tì tí wọ́n gbé jáde pé Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ ń lé tẹ bá ra àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá bọ́ ṣe ń bú Ìgbòho níbẹ̀ mo lọ sí ti Sahara mo lọ sí ti Gazette kó tó di pé mo jáde yẹn oríṣiríṣi èébú ìwọ́dẹ̀ òun pe Jésù Kristi òun pe Ànábì Muhammed òun kírun wákàtí 5 níbi tí o ò lè lọ sí hospital òun kírun wákàtí 5 òmùgọ̀ òun kí wákàtí 5 nínú ìlú tí kò sọ hospital gbọ́n tí Bill Gates sọ ayé ẹ̀ oorun jẹ́gẹ́jẹ́gẹ́ bíi tí tírélà gbá Bill Gates ní gbogbo tó fi ń tọ́jú yín èèyàn kankan ní Nàìjíríà kò wọ 10,000 naira èèlò ní 10,000 naira ẹ bá ń ṣe sí dọ́là àti pounds 9,600 naira ní Nigerian government ti ṣe fún yín láti fi tọ́jú yín lọ́spítù abájọ tẹ ṣe ń kú bí adìyẹ 9,600 naira that's $12 $12 táwọn kan tẹ̀tí gba owó kọ́fì láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ send bí àwọn èèyàn mọ líǹkì yẹn ẹ jẹ́ mú kọ́fì líǹkì wá jáde bó dẹ̀ pé inú pépà náà lè máa san sí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa san £10 per hour iṣẹ́ 3 hours ni mò ń ṣe so £30 nìyẹn táwọn tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa ní o ní sáwọn èèyàn jágbàjágbà o ilẹ̀ dúpẹ́ fẹ́yìn tẹ̀ ń fún wa tó sùn yín Nigerian government wá sọ pé $12 which is £10 ní ẹwà value fún healthcare wọ́n ní 1990 one pound was 14 naira 50 kobo lẹ́ni nísìnyí ó ti di 985 985 ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ pé no PayPal because back empty wọn ọ̀rọ̀ àpọ̀ busy jẹ́ kí èmi fúnra mi type ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ pé send ẹ̀ sínú PayPal náà ni ó dẹ̀ pé náírà ni ẹ fi síbẹ̀ musakalam@yahoo.com. mo ń bá sísá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá my beautiful sister Yorùbáwùyí èmi àti wọn sọ̀rọ̀ briefly lánàá àwọn ìmọ̀ wọn sọ fún wa pé táwọn ìtàn máa ní pé wọ́n ń gbowó lórí social media màá kàn máa rẹ́rìn torí pé àwọn tó ń gbowó àwọn YouTuber tó ń gbowó mo wá sọ fún Yorùbáwùyí lánàá nígbà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń gbowó tó pọ̀ jù Mr Beast ló ń pè $53 million but because ẹ mọ̀ ìṣẹ́ ti mú àwọn èèyàn so wọ́n rí àwa ní target yín àwọn olóṣèlú tó ń kówó yín jẹ tó ti báyé yín jẹ́ ẹ ní kankan ṣe fáwọn yẹn ẹ wá sọ àwa di pé torí pé ara ń ta yín ẹ wá bí tẹ máa kanra mọ́ èmi lẹ fẹ́ kanra mọ́ ẹ ti mú gbóyó èmi lẹ fẹ́ kanra mọ́ èmi kíní kọ́ mi èmi kọ́ lẹ máa kanra mọ́ ebe ní àwọn olóṣèlú yín bẹ̀ ẹni house of rep ẹni speaker ẹni chairman ẹ dẹ̀ ní gbogbo parastatal ẹni board of kíní kan àwọn yẹn ní kẹ́ lọ kanra mọ́ náà. ànẹ́mọ̀ wọlé àdébára àwọn Yorùbá bá ṣe bú Ìgbòho nínú àwọn kan mọ́ ká gbogbo ẹ̀mú kan rẹ́rìn because wọ́n understand the quest ẹja yọ submersive yẹn kúrò ẹja fi picture bá mi sẹ́yìn torí ẹ ní understanding tí Ìgbòho ń béèrè fún lọ́kàn yín ẹlòmíì bó ṣe ń rí Tinubu tó ń fly káàkiri yẹn inú wọn ń dùn ṣe fi pé ibi tó lọ ẹni sìn ọkọ̀ máa kówó wá investors máa wá èé o just like that. I pity your life. Age group kan náà lèmi àti wọ́ èmi wà ní 40+, ìwọ náà wà ní 40+, ìwọ wo ayé tiẹ̀ kó béèrè pé níbo ló ń tẹ̀sí. Àwọn kan ní problem yìí. Your problem is your government. Anybody tó bá ní problem tí bá ní problem ní sọ ọlọ́mọ àyàká ní problem UK government ló gbọ́dọ̀ take responsibility at least to some extent tí ìbá ti ṣe pé problem yẹn èmi mo lọ fọwọ́ ara mi fa wàhálà UK government ní responsibility lèmi lórí inflation wà nílùú yìí pépà tààrọ̀ ìdá mo gbọ́dọ̀ má kà pépà láàárọ̀ mo tẹ̀lé pé tó níta tẹ̀lé ra etí mo máa sanwó fún at least tó bá ṣáà free jẹ́ nǹkan fún ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan pépà tààrọ̀ ẹ̀ fún ẹ inflation wà tí ó ti wọ UK inflation gidi nǹkan tí wọ́n gàn so àwa náà nísìn a gbọ́dọ̀ máa kọ́ tòwó ta fẹ́ fún yín àwọn tá a ṣe fún yín àwọn tó sì fún yín lówó nìyẹn o òun lélẹ̀. Stock inflation figure means misery for millions struggling to cover bills. Pastor Mo ní investor ẹ má rò pé Tinubu bó ṣe lọ sí France yẹn kó tẹ̀yẹ pé properly náà ló lọ fún event yẹn no ṣé o fi pé investor máa sáré máa bọ̀ Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí Tinubu bá lọ Fúlàní olórí burúkú máa tún dé wá da gbogbo ẹ̀rú any investor kí n tó padà sí bíbá it takes 20 years to extract back into invest long term investment okay nísìn wọ́n wá set up big factory ṣé Tinubu máa wà níbẹ̀ for the next 20 years so investor máa pè tóun ò bá careful tí Haúsá bá dé tó gbé sàríà wọnú policy ó bà gbogbo business wọn jẹ́ nìyẹn so gbogbo owó tó invest sínú bẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ gbé jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mọ́mí wa interest rate has risen in UK gbogbo àwọn tó ní mortgage àwọn tá à ní mortgage gan olówó tá à ń san nísìnyí ó ti lọ sókè owó omi owó iná jẹ́ nǹkan fún ẹ inflation ti UK lélẹ́yìí o so tí UK bá ń go through inflation kó lè mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà inflation has remained much higher than expected, heaping pressure on struggling households and threatening the consumer price index, which measures the rate of rising prices, remained stuck at 8.7% last month, official figures show. Core inflation, inflation, which exclude energy and food, rose to 7.1%, is the highest since 1992. D-Ray Momakiyin, we now spend almost double the previous amount on the grocery shopping. Wàá mú £50 a store. Nígbà tó máa fi ṣá. Àwọn àwọn obìnrin pé ẹ̀tẹ̀ ò báwọn ọkùnrin kan kí àná mo lè parọ́. But àwọn obìnrin because wọ́n mọ̀ pé price yẹn change. Àfáwọn ọkùnrin tó bá yẹ pé àwọn náà bí bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú ṣe máa assume pé torí àwa tá wà ní UK tá wà ní Europe tá wà ní gbogbo ibi tí Elédùmarè ní ká wà presently àwa kọ́ ni problem yín nílé àwa kọ́ la dá problem sílẹ̀ sí lọ́rùn Yorùbá nation kọ́ ló dá problem sílẹ̀ problem tí ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà láti 1914 problem tí ń bẹ láti 1960 problem tí ń bẹ láti 1999 so ẹ má kó problem pé torí pé à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation àwa la wá fẹ́ kó gbogbo problem lé lọ́rùn no ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé government ò ń ṣe ní tó kéré government tó bí gan gbalasa ni gbalasa ló ń pè ní government nínú ẹ̀ ló máa rí local government nínú ẹ̀ ló máa rí federal nínú ẹ̀ ló máa rí state subject to bí ìlú yẹn bá ṣe ń operate kò dẹ̀ sí kankan tó ń jẹ́ federal ní Nàìjíríà irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀ ẹ káàbọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun Ọ̀nà ẹ jẹ́ kí n continue. High cost of fuel, second hand cars èèyàn mélòó ló lè ra mọ́tò tuntun so wàhálà tá à ń ṣe pé kí gbogbo wa ká lè gẹ́tì mẹ́sẹ̀gì yìí so àwa nísìnyí wá ń fi ṣe pípé èmi àti Ìgbòho àti bàbá Akíntóyè àti bàbá wa Chief Banji Ayilóge àti àwọn ìlànà ti Canada ti America ti Nàìjíríà àti ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ka ìlànà wà àti ẹgbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń pè ní YSDF no so lọ́kàn yín nísìn ẹ fi ìpá wà ní problem so àwa fẹ́ solve solution yẹn ni because a ti wà trapped sínú situation tá a wà nínú ẹ̀ but ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà ń lé Igboho ni problem yín àbí Koiki ni problem yín okay ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ no be juju be that ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ Tompolo ó ń gba 4 billion lọ́wọ́ federal government ní every month tí kò ní wá àkáǹtì fún ó máa ra ìbọn nínú ẹ̀ tíjọba ò ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé rúbọn wọn ló ń rà nítorí pé in tó ń bá ìjọba ṣe ni pé ó ń protect the pipeline so ẹ̀ ń sọ nísìnyí pé Tompolo ó ti ní agbára ju military lọ ṣé o mọ̀ pé irú tí Tompolo yẹn ó yẹ kí Tompolo wà lábẹ́ àwọn tó ń pè ní military structure ni but ó rò wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe yẹn nítorí pé àwọn ti di warlord níbi tí epo pọ̀ sí ní ọ̀nà Niger Delta so àwọn ń blow pipeline ni wọ́n fi fún wọn ní amnesty lọ́ fi sọ pé òkè nígbà tó bá jẹ́ pé ìyẹn lè fẹ́ máa ṣe ẹja fún yín ní contract kẹ́ máa bá wa protect the pipeline is that a country? ìyẹn ò ṣe country mọ́ náà. They can still have Tompolo in the structure of the security tó jẹ́ pé abẹ́ Nàìjíríà gangan ló máa wà òun ò ní tún di warlord sábẹ́ tiẹ̀ kò make sense èèyàn tó ń gba 4 billion ní every month rí tìyẹn mú àwa tí Yorùbá agitator àwa lẹ̀ ń sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ rí kankan sọ àbí ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ tí so àwa ni problem so ẹni tó ń campaign fún Yorùbá nation nísìn òun ló fẹ́ da Nàìjíríà rú so ìwọ ìtí ìgbọ́ pé Nàìjíríà ti dàrú pẹ̀lẹ́ tiẹ̀ I pity so many of you I pity so many of you same in Nigeria NEPA bill tariff high fuel price high transportation increase food prices increase house rent increase. People are living as if they are dead, sympathizing for each other. Níbí by government ṣì making effort. And let me show you that bit. Ká tó máa lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Torí àwọn mi pé kí n padà wá lọ́wọ́ rọ̀lẹ́. So kò ń ṣe dandan ká parí 3 hours. So that kí n lè padà wá. Ká lè tún láǹfààní àti sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kàn lọ sọ́dọ̀ number 10. Àwọn measures wo ni wọ́n ń ṣe láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n ran aráàlú lọ́wọ́ especially àwa tá à ń gbé ní United Kingdom nítorí pé problem náà wà ní UK. Wọ́n ṣe gbogbo bó ṣe fẹ́ rescue Ukraine ìyẹn kọ́ la need àwọn náà ní problem. I want to make sure ten fi wọ̀n lóòótọ́ wọ́n lè má ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní UK but ìyàn sì gbé Sandaka àbí ṣé mo kùnà lè dáadáa Sandaka fún wọn. They are still trying. Àfẹn tó bá máa parọ́ mọ́ wọn. Tí a jọ wo fídíò yìí, mò ń bọ̀. Tí a gbọ́n ọ̀kan sọ níbí báyìí.
Our resolve to support the Bank of England as it seeks to strangle inflation in the economy. The best policy is to stick to our plan to halve it. But I also
Salam alaikum, Alaja Fatima.
Help families paying higher mortgage rates in ways that do not themselves feed inflation. So later this week, I'll be meeting the principal mortgage lenders to ask what help they can give to people struggling to pay more expensive.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò tó sọ, Sandakata. Wọ́n sì ń ṣe ìyànjú tí Nigerian government tó bá tẹ̀ ń fún ẹ̀yin náà ní voucher pé kó lọ sí Shoprite kó tẹ̀ mú kan bí oní 10,000 naira kó lọ́lé. Koko Foundation lè solve gbogbo problem tó wà ń sálẹ̀. Ẹ má yẹ ká tanra wa ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́dẹ̀ sí.
Mortgages and what flexibilities might be possible for families in arrears.
Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ mẹ́yìn. Wọ́n ń gbìyànjú HM Treasury. Again, wọ́n ṣoríṣiríṣi from TV to film to gaming and fashion our creative. Tẹ́ bá follow DZ123 yẹn, gbogbo nǹkan tó máa sọ ní gbogbo wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ innovative creativity. Ìtawà náà máa ṣe ní tá bá ti ní system tó ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Showcase the best of the UK on the global stage.
Ẹ jábẹ̀ láti bẹ̀.
British creativity is all around us.
Ṣé o fẹ́ máa gbọ́ Yorùbá creativity? Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Nigerian creativity ẹ máa ká tanra wa èyí yan wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni grant, stimulus, relief package lótìtọ́ kò tí wà enough. Millions of àwọn èèyàn nílùú yìí náà suffer but wọ́n ń gbìyànjú àfi tá a bá fi parọ́. Wọ́n ń gbìyànjú àfi tí bá fi parọ́. Ìtakùn ń bínú sí ni pé system tí British ń sọ fún Nàìjíríà nísìn tí mo rí ní ambassador commissioner nídìí gbogbo yẹn but àwọn kọ́ ló máa sọ fún apá pé lọ o.
The clothes you wear, the buildings you see, the books you read, and the things you watch, listen to, and make. From movies and music to video games.
Gbogbo ilẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe movie. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé innovation kò lè wáyé nínú Nàìjíríà tẹ̀ nínú. Bí yóò bá máa ṣe irú iṣẹ́ tí mi ń ṣe yìí nísìn, iná mo tàn kalẹ̀ yìí nísìn. System mélòó ló wà wájú mi nísìn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over 7 device. Báwo ìyẹn làwọn tó wà ń lé tó ń ṣe fídíò wa, àánú mi máa ń ṣe tí báwọn lè di kéde nígbà mi báyìí. I feel very very amania ẹ bá mi mú power bank yẹn inú mi á dẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́. Ìjọba fi ṣe gbogbo ilé dà. Ẹ wò lánàá Dédìké tó jáde ó ń sunkún rẹpẹtẹ. Nínú Yorùbá ẹ bẹ̀ wá ẹ fẹ́ worship wájú bó ṣe yẹ lọ ó kù díẹ̀ ní kò ń ṣe tẹnu. Ẹ máa bú Ìgbòho àti bàbá Akíntóyè àti Chief Ayílóge.
Games, crafts, publishing, and more. We create to enrich lives.
So gbọ́ngàn tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, we create to enrich lives, instill pride in our areas. Mo fẹ́ kó kọ́lẹ̀ bó ni Fẹ́mi wà. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ láàárọ̀ yìí náà tí wọ́n jọ máa ń jà sí Fẹ́mi. Ọmọ Fẹ́mi náà ní mo láìkí phrase mi. Tí sanwó fún alẹ́ mi ọ̀kan tó máa lọ. Mo ń bọ̀ bó ni Fẹ́mi wà. Journalist gbọ́dọ̀ máa ń fẹ́. Ìwọ̀n ní báyìí sanwó fún wa kí ló dé ṣé mọ̀ pé inflation náà wà ní. Mo ní tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbọ́ nípa ohun tó ń lọ lágbàáyé properly ẹ jókòó sí bíbá yìí. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbọ́ àwọn sisters wa àwọn náwọn angle táwọn tó ń ṣe program wọn wà lórí program Yorùbá wo ìfọ̀ ìwà àkótó ní pé mo lọ sùn torí máa ṣe star radio lánàá. Bọ̀ mo wà okay fine lele èmi náà like phrase kan lóyìn so ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ sílẹ̀ we create mo ti ní láti lọ ra notepad ní eléyìí ti full láti lọ archive àtẹ date lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta but it's okay ní 22nd of okay màá mú lọ wá sátòkè torí ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa chief lẹ́nu 22nd of June 2023 so we create to enrich lives. Ṣé Nigeria create láti enrich lives yìí? Instill pride. Ní pride mọ́ nínú Nigeria. Olúkálùkù ẹ wo bọ̀bọ̀ kan náà ó yẹ kọ́lọ́pàá ti gbé ni bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń ṣe skit òṣì pẹ̀lú ọmọ kékeré. Ìlú yẹn ti ya wèrè gan ṣá. Nigeria is a bastard country. Ta ló wo fídíò bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ n gbójú mi padà wá. Ta ló wo fídíò bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn? Bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó máa ń wọ white báyìí. Ó wá ń bá ọmọ kékeré sọ̀rọ̀, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ pé mi gan nígbà míì àti sọ lórí social media bíbà. Mo máa ń gbé yẹ̀wò pé ẹ̀mọ̀ máa ń sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá àwọn fi máa sọ ní bíbà. Wàhálà ó yẹ kó band for life ṣá. Nigeria ò ń ṣe country ṣá. Everybody kàn ń ṣe tó wù wọ́n ṣá. Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń bá gé ẹ̀yẹn sọ ọmọ kékeré yẹn. How did we even get to all this nonsense? Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá tó ń bá ọmọ yẹn sọ. Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣá tó ń bá ọmọ kékeré yẹn sọ. Okay, Trinity guy ló ń pè. Proper child abuse. That is a proper child abuse. Ew! Ọlọ́mọ ayé kíyàn rí kéde múyàn kíyàn lọ ṣerú yẹn ní UK. Èdì nìyẹn. Èdì tí mo lù ẹ nìyẹn. Lọ sí ọmọ kékeré kan kó wá àwọn ọmọ tó wà nílé ẹ̀gàn sẹ̀. O gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful. Ká má ti wá sọ ọmọ ará àta. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ ṣe yan operate nínú Nàìjíríà. Ó yẹ kó banned for life. I watched that video, I was like, what? Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yẹn o. Nigeria is a backward country o. Kò dẹ̀ jó pé torí pé kò sí náà pé nǹkan ti fún wa ní mo ti rí thank you kí ni ẹ̀ ti pop out thank you látẹ̀ nǹkan a dẹ̀ rí any coffee ó dẹ̀ $5 ló fún wa nípa mọ́mí mi Florence Talabi Koiki ò lè máa sọ pé ò tí gbowó kọ́fì láàárọ̀ ìnà ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you so much. Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà o, that is an abuse. Wọ́n abuse ọmọ yẹn ni ṣá, ó dẹ̀ náà ń ṣe skit nìyẹn ṣá. Àwọn skit míì tí bàbá yẹn ń ṣe ọlọ́run ẹ̀ kó pààyàn sí rẹ̀ lọ́rùn o. Ìkan náà tó ṣe tó yìnbọn tí woman yẹn wà nínú aṣọ sẹ̀lẹ̀, ìyá ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó kọ́kọ́ ń gbàdúrà lọ báyìí ó ti pápápápápápá ìyá ẹ̀ kánlẹ̀ ní ṣá. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kò ju pé the country is just a lawless country. Nigeria is a lawless country. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tó bá yẹ ká máa ṣe 3 hours náà ni it's not okay. It's okay àbí it's okay náà ni a ti fẹ́ dé 3 hours. Mo fẹ́ padà sórí fídíò tá à ń wò lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ti gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wa ní bíbá kọ́lọ́n kó wà pẹ̀lú wa o. Rẹ́rẹ́ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́hùn-ún. Ẹja wo bíbá mo ti kọ́ sílẹ̀. We create to enrich lives.
Still pride in our areas and showcase the best of the UK on the global stage. Our creative industries drive growth across our economy, generating £108 billion in economic value.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣé gan ni mọ́mí wa Comfort Ológunjẹ́ wọ́n ní Nigeria has no law and safeguarding rules. Mo dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí lọ́wọ́ mọ́mí wa Florence Talabi fún coffee pot tí ẹ rà fún wa. Thank you so much once again, especially in terms of the naira yẹn. Ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹpẹtẹ nílé, at least èmi ò tún ní láti máa fi owó ránṣẹ́ láti bíbá. So 10,000, 1,000, it keeps us going, especially for somebody that have over 20. Kò ń ṣe wọ́n àwọn staff nílẹ̀ máa ń rí níta, àwọn kan wà iṣẹ́ underground ni wọ́n ń ṣe. Ẹgbẹ́ ọkọ̀ tó sọ níbẹ̀ 108 billion in the economic value per year, empowering about 2.3 million people. You can try gan, àfi tá a bá fi parọ́. Yàtọ̀ sí pé ìtàn ṣe fún wa really wa please mo kí bàbá wa Dennis Ọláníyàn mo kí gbogbo àwọn family mi nílé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà ní essentially impunity is the issue in Nigeria. Ẹ já wo fídíò ìtàn délẹ̀.
Per year and empowering over 2.3 million people, and we want to unlock their potential even further.
Mo like bíbá. We want to unlock their potential even further. Àbẹ̀wò táwọn èèyàn tó bá wá sí UK wọ́n máa ń ṣìwé kà ní yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tí kò báyìí tí gbàwé tán ní kó wá san student loan. Ẹ mọ̀ pé yẹn máa kọ́kọ́ sá díẹ̀ torí kò easy láti máa san £21,000 tó ní nígbà tí èèyàn ṣe àwọn ọmọ olówó.
Adding an extra £50 billion to our economy.
Ẹ gbọ́ £50 billion into the economy by 2030. Àwọn èèyàn ti bínú ó náà pé mo nítorí another coffee pot message yẹn ti jáde mo ti rí ó ti sọ pé thanks new initiative nìyẹn ẹ ṣáà like at least it's a equivalent to super chat náà ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Kúnlé Bakers ẹ ṣe gan ni máa ń rí ọwọ́ yín náà ní gbogbo wa ìyá wa ni yes UK is really trying for us but they have their shortcomings. Ìyẹn ni ọ̀ṣẹ́ gbẹ̀yìn àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ pé Koiki ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ UK ń gbìyànjú gan. No owó tó ń pọ́ǹpù síta nílùú yìí wọ́n ń kówó jẹ náà nílùú yìí o ọ̀wọ́ a máa rí result. Ẹ ṣe gan ni easy dollar ìwọ ni mo tẹ̀wọ̀n pé wọ́n ni easy ó ti bínú nígbà tí ó fẹ́ send owó kan sí mi ó ní Koiki òun fẹ́ send owó sí ẹ̀ náà kìnìyàn ò dẹ̀ gbọ́ owó kí ló dé tí kò gbọ́ owó ìwọ tó náà rán ní ìdòwó mo tún wá fẹ́ fowó ránṣẹ́ sí ẹ super chat ẹ ò wá gbọ́ owó mo ní YouTube ló ń ṣe yẹn YouTube ó ti gbé super chat mi lọ.
While laying the foundations for the future with a pipeline of creative careers leading to 1 million jobs.
Ẹ wòran for the future with a pipeline of creative careers leading to 1 million jobs ní Nàìjíríà àwọn èèyàn ń gún ọ̀kadà ṣeré ni. Nigeria is a country. Ọlọ́run ọba ó ti bà ayé àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ gan. Dizzy man 123 Yoruba had contributed to the creative industry in the UK. Àmọ́ èmi mọ̀ yẹn àfi máa fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Àwọn kan ti ṣe wàhálà ní UK tó ti di patent wọn mú gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa ń send sí mi. Mo máa kí ẹ̀ tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. Àfẹ́yẹ́kẹ́ di ọmọ yahoo ẹ wo táwọn ọmọ wa ń ṣe. Ó wà painful gan ẹ jẹ́ move kúrò níbi ìbàjẹ́. You can try o. Ẹ̀tún ilé nísìn Department for Culture, Media mo tẹ̀ follow àwọn eléyìí follow wọn UK Government Department of Culture okay àwọn náà another one to the lay you.
You see, the books you read and the things you watch, listen to and make.
Jimmy Job for the future. Shit. The peer anyway mo tẹ̀sí mọ́rọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ Jagba wèrè yẹn mo fẹ́ kó ba program yẹn jẹ́ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ mo ti ní mo fẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yá yẹn ìfisílẹ̀ kí lè lè sọ ní bíbá for the past 50 years the UK commercial radio has built a first-class reputation for entertainment listeners, quality journalism area tèmi wà nìyẹn quality journalism and incredible sharing innovation. Mo kí ẹ̀jàre Ṣẹ́gun Yóbò, my brother, I love you too much. Gbogbo yín mo nífẹ̀ẹ́. Majek for care. Ó ní Majek Cleaning Services Limited. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Ọlọ́run bá ń jẹ́ kí ajé máa wọ gbá. Ó ní please help me advertise my cleaning company, Majek Cleaning. Ẹ máa disappoint àwọn èèyàn. UK ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn wá àbí anyway ẹ bá tẹ̀ ti disappoint a máa gbé lọ́kọ̀tì ni a máa fara wa dé kọ́ọ̀tì ni kò sí ọmọ Yorùbá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo ṣeré o ẹ bá support Majek Cleaning Services wọ́n ní London bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ à ń polówó fẹ́ anybody but ẹ jàǹfààní ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn especially ẹ máa wà pẹ̀lú wa lórí program mo ń ṣe advert in term àtàwọn team tá a agree sí nìyẹn ní 2 years ago ìjọba là kì í ṣe advert so. Ó dẹ̀ ní reason tí is not for public consumption but lọ́jọ́ iwájú definitely ẹ má worry ìyẹn ni mo ṣe continuously fi máa ń sọ fáwọn ẹ support tiwa ẹ fún wa lówó ó yẹ pé àti ṣe mo pàdé máa kan tó ń ṣe búrẹ́dì ní Koiki kí ló dé náà apá àpolówó búrẹ́dì mo ní náà okay for now so there's a lot that the UK government is doing on celebrate Windrush 75 years. So yẹ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ number 10 Downing Street so ẹ ṣe thanks tẹ ní láti sanwó owó advert o Mr. Majek tó yàn àfihàn pẹpẹ fún wa separately ni o ẹ bá lọ sórí website mi ẹ rí ìwo details níbẹ̀ ẹ ṣe lè support wa bó jẹ́ UK account ni bó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìkan máa ń scroll lókè bó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé PayPal Musa Kalam 1 àti àtẹ̀bá wá sísàlẹ̀ ẹ rí ìwo details yẹn níbẹ̀. So ẹ̀rí ti Kofi yẹn náà níbẹ̀ bákan tí yọ super chat wa la ṣe tún suggest okay just to make it easy for people to support the platform so ẹ bá lọ sórí page wa lórí koikimedia.com àwọn boys wa dem try gan at least almost every day ọ̀tọ̀ ní tí mo máa ṣá bákẹ́ ni mo lọ Koiki Media gangan mo fẹ́ wà ìgbé mi so ẹ bá lọ sórí Koiki ẹ lè donate náà láti bẹ̀. Láti lẹ́yìn yẹn the next one mo kọ́kọ́ gbó sókè dẹ̀ nísàlẹ̀ a ṣe máa ṣe analysis mọ́ lórí kíni bàbá Akíntóyè àwọn tó mẹ́rin bàbá yẹn ní template ẹ̀kan parọ́ mọ́ bàbá bàbá 87 years old àbí 88 rather àwọn kéékèèké tó wà ń bá yẹn mixlr níbi ṣe ń ṣe program báyìí nísìnyí ó wà on air báyìí òun lélẹ̀ tí bá play ẹ̀ ní sọ máa jáde. ẹgbọ́n mixlr mi lélẹ̀ yìí o so ẹ lè gbọ́ látòrí website wa eléyìí ni ìjìnlẹ̀ ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ máa tún ti lọ síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ nǹkan máa ń dàbí ìgbàgbé pé nǹkan mi wà níbẹ̀ normally ẹ kí n máa connect YouTube mi náà bí ṣe wà live ọmọ máa ń gbàgbé so program tí mo ń ṣe á máa appear lórí program tí lórí website wa so àwọn old videos tá a ṣe lélẹ́yìí so tẹ bá wá sọ́wọ́ ìsàlẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ́rẹ̀ ibi tí ẹ ti lè support òun lélẹ̀ Koiki donation donate to good journalism many independent media kò dẹ́ ṣàwà nìkan là ń béèrè àwọn èèyàn máa ń fi pé is something tèmi nìkan náà ẹ bá wá sí Guardian ní UK ìyẹn kan ó dẹ̀ máa ń sọ fún mi pé mo ti ka pépà àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ẹ̀kan ọmọ ilẹ̀ tí sanwó fáwọn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ó máa ṣẹ́rí gbogbo jáde gbogbo mídíà ni is ó wà ethical òyìnbó tí mo wá níjọ́ yẹn nìyẹn ó wà ethical to ask for money from the public there's nothing wrong in it because ó fẹ́ fún ẹ ní free independent ni so that ìyẹn kan ní máa bùgẹ́ ẹ̀ á máa kúlẹ̀ tí mo kí ẹ so that kíyàn kan máa sọ pé ẹ Koiki mo fún ẹ lówó kan àwọn ní kó lọ ṣe program láyé láti ọdún mo ti ṣe kátẹ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá èèyàn kan ṣe máa fún mi lówó kí n lọ ṣe program no I don't do no that nonsense no pátá ń ṣe fracas ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀kan tó kọ síbí wa wọ́n ní mo ti ka article 26 times ní last year technology òun ṣe tí wọ́n máa parọ́ mọ́. The Guardian is announcing it will no longer accept gambling ads. So àwọn náà fẹ́ gba advert mi wọ́n náà wọ́n fẹ́ gambling ad bí nǹkan kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀. We want to offer a safe and enjoyable space for all our readers to enjoy our coverage. Thanks to our supporters, we can remain fiercely. Òyìnbó yẹn ẹ̀yẹ ká lọ wo mí nínú. So èyí tí a máa ń sọ pé support òun lélẹ̀.
Fiercely.
Kí ló mean?
Fiercely.
Aggressive. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan violent and aggressive. Because wọ́n fẹ́ kí nǹkan sọ fún pé Koiki nǹkan báyìí ló máa sọ nǹkan báyìí ló lè sọ. Who the hell are you? In a way that shows strong feelings with a lot of activity or determination. In tó ń pè ní fiercely nìyẹn.
Fiercely.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan ti Guardian newspaper. Ti UK lélẹ́yìí o. theguardian.com/UK. Thanks to our supporter, we can remain violently. Nobody is going to independent and free to make bold decisions. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ move ẹ̀ wá sókè díẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé kíní yẹn home block. Ẹ jẹ́ drop it down. So, but as many people don't seem to get the message. Wọ́n wá sórí ẹ̀ríṣẹ́ wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá nation torí wọ́n nílò. No, media need owó. One is donate single, monthly, annually, minimum of £3 or £5 every month. Ẹlòmídẹ̀ lè ṣe one off. So, at least news tó ń gbé jáde UK àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ń ṣe BBC ló ń control nǹkan tó ń sọ tó bá lọ sórí BBC nísìn BBC is controlled by the government even though wọ́n sọ pé independent làwọn irọ́ ni àwọn lélẹ̀ BBC lélẹ̀ nísìn right òun lélẹ̀ nísìn Bank of England hike interest rate to 5% in a shock move the bigger than expected increase so àwọn tó ní businesses but in táwọn èèyàn máa ń ṣe ni pé ẹ ṣe gan ni Mr. Man àwọn tó ní businesses ẹ máa factor ẹ ṣe gan náà pé mo tuntun rí another copy but oh Mr. Man jẹ́ ẹ ṣe gan ni thanks so much I've seen it so tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe ni pé mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kan kó tó rí pé mo so now yes mo náà tó bá ní business ní UK nísìn gbogbo expenses wọn wọ́n máa add them mọ́ we are just under 20 minutes to check out ṣẹ́jẹ́ ń gbójú mi wọlé since mo ṣe stick sí bíbá it's like pé mo kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn lójú mi ṣẹ́jẹ́ ń include ojú mi sínú conversation tí mo ń bá lọ. So ẹni tó bá ní business ní UK so a lot of your businesses expenses wàá máa add them more into máa collect fún government tó ń ṣe ìyẹn lásán pé Yorùbá nation ó ní yes àmọ́ ó ní process but tá a bá ti follow process yẹn to some extent tó bá ti ní work then ó máa di the other way round tí gbogbo yín dẹ̀ ti understand the thing mo mean by the other way round nobody prays for that but we hope that our people will listen so mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ má worry in the long run gbogbo ọpá máa ṣe advert nǹkan kan yóò máa wáyé but for now it's just the decision èmi kan mo make decision yẹn àwọn board of trustees lájọ make that decision àdúgbò wa nísìn bí wọ́n fumigate ni àárọ̀ wọ́n ti ń gbé grass ẹ̀rí pé wà bí mo ṣe sáré yẹn ariwo kìíní yẹn gan pọ̀ but aṣáà dúpẹ́ pé UK is trying their best hey the Titanic the latest in 70 seconds ẹ jẹ́ ká tó gbọ́ ká tó máa lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀.
We're entering a key phase now in the search for this OceanGate Titan submersible, which launched to the wreck of the Titanic on Sunday. Now, we're told that it went down with just less than 100 hours of breathable oxygen. Now, what can we say about the conditions that are inside for the 5 occupants? Well, they won't be pleasant. It's almost certainly very cold. The temperatures at the base of the Atlantic Ocean, they're fridge-like, less than 4 degrees. There's probably a lot of condensation inside. And as well as declining oxygen levels, the CO2, the carbon dioxide, that's probably going up. The occupants could soon be losing consciousness. But in truth, and I stress this, we don't really know the life support limits of this site. What we do know is that the search is ongoing. Now, we had some good news in the week because they detected some underwater noises. These were Canadian planes that were coming over that had buoys on the surface of the ocean. They could hear things.
With respect to the noises,
We don't know what they are.
And we have to hope that those sounds can zero in search teams to find the sub on the floor of the
So
Atlantic.
Nigeria
That's
is just
our best
like
hope.
the Titanic. So that's how far we can go. There's a lot happening. The battle also BBC. This is the Baba say Africa. In Africa, one there. BBC more. Close days. Okay, world news. Break it down to Africa. Live baby born on board express train delight the Kenyans. Okay. At least 30 migrants fear dead off Canary Island. Warning over scammers impersonating South Africa president. MP in Kenya vote to double taxes on fuel. What's so kọ́kọ́ nípa Nàìjíríà ní kílódé? Ẹ̀ ń bá Nàìjíríà jà ní. Àwọn tíìmù wọn tó wà nínú BBC ní o, àwọn ló máa ń kọ rìpọ́ọ̀tì o. Wọ́n ní wọn káàkiri. Owó tó dẹ̀ ń lò, òun ló ń pè ní TV license. Ẹ pé mo rí nǹkan kan tó relate mọ́ Nàìjíríà nìsín. So kò sí news kankan nípa Nàìjíríà. Kí ló dé? Not a single news yet about Nigeria. Ibi Bọ́lá Tinubu tẹ̀ wà ní France, kí ló dé tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ nípa president tó jẹ́ the most populous black nation in the world? Ó yẹ kí wọ́n lè sọ fún wa pé Tinubu wà ní Paris. Ìyẹn láti sọ fún mi pé ẹ wá ní kó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá nation. Ṣé rí pé kò sí kankan tó tẹ̀ sọ nípa Nàìjíríà níbí báyìí? Kò mí pé wọ́n sọ nípa Nàìjíríà, but for now, ní so far, kò sí any latest news nípa Nàìjíríà. So kọ́lọ́n kó wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Àníṣe lásán. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, àkọ́lá dá problem sílẹ̀ o. The problem has always been there, and maybe we should listen to this as we are now winding down the program.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
It's not about sentiment. It's that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country...
The country is gone completely. For those that probably want a kind of advert, story, I can connect you with the Star Radio UK network, where they can do, a small little bit of advert for you at a very small little bit of price, especially as a community radio station. So you can get in touch with me. I can always, connect you with the Star Radio UK. But on the koikimedia brand, we tend not to do so. But once again, I've checked out, the our brother that does cleaning in UK. Cleaning is a very, very big industry, especially that we know was offices, could see hospital, and sometimes you can just need a cleaner that can do the cleaning in the house. So if you're not in service, do get in touch with him. At least it's not in Nigeria, so I know he's in UK. So even if anything goes wrong, we can run after him. But I'm sure it's not going to happen. So one it about reach out someone in UK 07414818089. I repeat that number again 07414818089. Elephant party. They can need them to my buying clean níbẹ̀. Tẹ́yìn bá ṣe tán ẹ̀yin ní ṣe wàhálà ẹ pè wọ́n. And over there in offices now. I've done few cleaning in this job, some 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago. There's a lot of different cleaning. Mo clean in cinema, nígbà kan, ní base water. Èmi àti ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan nígbà yẹn. Resume, maybe 6. This 6 láàárọ̀ àbí 5. Very tedious job, but again, you do what you have to do. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa, but you just progress. Mo sọ fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ṣe dé. Ẹ máa ṣe sùúrù gan. Má fara wé àwọn tó ti wà nínú system tó ti dá company. Iná àwọn ẹ̀dá kan náà nílẹ̀ iná. Everything has a system. That is the reason why we need that other platform. Because ìyẹn fẹ́ document kankan ni. The BBC is part of MI5 and MI6. You cannot work there if they say you cannot. I tried to work there some category Yoruba Nation. Mo apply níbẹ̀ gbà kan. But it didn't go through. Bí a ti bá tẹ̀tí lọ síbẹ̀ gbogbo ilé tí mo ṣe wọ̀ ní mo tẹ̀lé ilé iṣẹ́ déwì wá ti restrict mi pé kí ló ń sọ lẹ́nu ìwọ BBC staff. But for now, as an independent, I am okay. Though I know the ethics, mo mọ bí tí mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ lọ tí ó lè mo mọ bí tí mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. But so far, gbogbo tá a ṣe ń sọ utterances wa is not up to the extent of any queries because it's a right. And that right, maybe kí n máa fi fídíò ìran yín létí pé right tí mo ń béèrè fún òun làwọn èdè náà ń béèrè fún.
Other countries were refused at first, but we have to remember, and this is a really important point, that self-determination is an inalienable international right and a law as well. And other countries will recognise Scotland's democratic choice expressed at the ballot box. They will recognise that because that is the route that many other countries have taken in order to become independent. And just to make that point, that international law is very pragmatic on that point. So we should have confidence in that.
So that is what we are fighting for. It has nothing to do with terrorism. It has nothing to do with the coup d'etat. It is a right. Ní weekend yìí, ó máa gbóná ní Scotland. Wọ́n tún jáde again. Protest, massive one. Àwọn ń ṣe protest kékeré because wọ́n fẹ́ break away kúrò lára nǹkan pè ní gbogbo structure Great Britain ni. Ó ti sú wọn. But process náà ni. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Let's just do a quick summary. It's all about our quest for the right to self-determination. We have connected it with the Titanic. Not literally in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, but we are talking about Titanic was built in 1909. Then it was the Yoruba kingdom as well. There was nothing called Nigeria. Titanic, after 3 years, went up from Southampton. When it got to somewhere, boom, something happened, and it took them 73 years láti pinpoint ibi tó wà. That shows pé omi yẹn pọ̀ gan. And if you look at the size of the Titanic, ìyẹn máa wonder pé ṣe bóyá nǹkan tó yẹ kó rí ni because ó wà 13,000 below lábẹ́ omi kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. So ìwọ tó ń sọ pé a máa fix Nàìjíríà ṣọ́ra díẹ̀díẹ̀ o, má fún ẹ high blood pressure. Àwa kan náà ti try. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tẹ́ṣẹ̀ wà ń tà nísìn lótìtọ́ àwọn kan nú yín ẹ̀ ló ń tọwọ́ bọ̀ tí kò yẹ kẹ́ tọwọ́ bọ̀. We don't condone crime on this platform. But one thing is, gbogbo yẹn ò lè pè yín. Yoruba country only the best. We understand. We need a lot of other political side to work and make sure it happens. But that is if they are genuine. I am talking about the present government. Tí ó bá genuine, kò gbọdọ̀ pẹ́ púpọ̀ láti ṣe the needful. Ẹ rántí East Timor, president kan ló dé after 30 years of military dictator. Nígbà tó ń dẹ̀ dé, gbogbo tó fi make sure pé Indonesia, East Timor wọ́n dàbí ọ̀rẹ́ padà only 560 days. Tinubu is still a countdown. 4 years ló sì ní. Let me remind you that 4 years ni Tinubu ní for now. Kò tí guarantee 8 years. Tó bá ṣe 4 years tán ló ṣe máa wá padà wá. That would not stop us. And again, before I go, Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho kò sọ fẹ́ni kankan pé òun bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Fídíò tó ń circulate yẹn, fídíò ti last year ló circulate. Kò sí any evidence or iota of truth. Èmi ni spokesman ẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ wá Nàìjíríà, àrùn wa ń ṣe láti wá sọ fún yín. But for now, yes, we want him to move and travel out of Benin Republic to go and visit his family. That should be the concern. Not pé ẹ̀kọ́ fún ní freedom pé kó bẹ̀bẹ̀. No. What we are saying is, ẹ̀tọ́ tó ń fight fún is a quest. Ó ń search fún kankan ni. In tó dẹ̀ ń search fún yẹn truth ni. Just as àwọn tó lọ sábẹ́ omi. Nǹkan kan náà lọ fún. How will you pay over $250,000 láti fi lọ wo wreckage níbi táwọn 1,500 people kú sí kọ́nà kó gbé wọn jáde padà nítorí pé wọ́n ti lock wọn mọ́ níbi tó wà. Kódà kò sí kankan tó lè ṣe láti break fiber titanium tó wà nínú ẹ̀. Àwọn márùn-ún yẹn ni mò ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ẹ̀yin Nigerians náà ni. Inú ibi tẹ́ wà wọ́n ti lock yín mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn Fúlàní àtàwọn Yorùbá àtàwọn Igbo àtàwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù Ọlọ́run á gba gbogbo wa jáde kúrò nínú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Can we not see what Western world is doing to Africa over gay rights is still not okay? Uganda sọ fún wọn pé òun ò fẹ́ gay. America dẹ̀ ti sọ pé bó ṣe fẹ́ yẹn náà àwọn máa fún àwọn officials kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ban ìwọ America. Kọ́lọ́n kó wà pẹ̀lú wa. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín àtọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà. Màá gbìyànjú láti padà wá nírọ̀lẹ́ láti jẹ́ ká tún lè sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ka átíkù àwọn nonsense paper pé Ìgbòho bọ̀ ń lé ẹni ẹ ti gbọ́ láti agbẹnusọ ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ti ṣe program lé lórí which is under 15 minutes. Ẹ sọ fún wọn pé Ìgbòho wá sí Nàìjíríà kò sí nǹkan tó wà nínú dictionary ẹ̀ nínú diary ẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Tásìkò bá tó Elédùmarè á sọ bí ìrìn àjò yẹn ṣe máa lọ. For now, kó dá òkú àdògán padà fún wa. A fẹ́ òkú yẹn, òkú Alhaji Fatai, a fẹ́ òkú yẹn. Kó lift embargo, kí Ìgbòho lè travel, kó lè lọ síbi tó bá wùn. Ìyẹn ló ṣe pàtàkì. Not telling him and begging for Tinubu. Ìgbòho ṣe Tinubu, Tinubu náà dẹ̀ ṣe Ìgbòho. But tí Ìgbòho bá ṣe Tinubu, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi yẹn sọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè. But Tinubu ló mọ̀ pé òun ṣe Ìgbòho. I will not say more than that. Mo sọ fún yín pé ọ̀rọ̀ wà, bò kò ń ṣe fún public consumption. Èmi àti Aláyé sì sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Ojoojúmọ́ ni mo fi ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. And is very, very happy as things are as it is. I can tell you that. Yes, we want him to be able to go and visit his children in Germany, in Canada, visit his parents anywhere around the world, and return back to wherever he wants to be in Benin Republic, where we congratulate and appreciate Patrick Stallone. Mo dúpẹ́ fún Oracle, Baba Akintoye. I know it's not been easy, pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi attack. Mo máa ń sọ fún yín tá a bá pàdé lórí Zoom. Mo ní mo fẹ́ máa gba time yín rárá. Ẹni ọmọ tó dáa, ẹni mídíà tó dáa tó dúró, tó lè sọ̀rọ̀, tó mọ tó ń lọ lágbàáyé. Ẹ̀yẹ fèmí àtàwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yẹn sílẹ̀. Màá kọ́ wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ibi báyìí ni lecture room. Wọ́n máa gbọ́ bọ́fẹ́ bọ́kọ̀. Mo kí bàbá mi, Chief Ayilóge, Banji, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀ mo fi dárúkọ yín. Mo wá kí gbogbo yín ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa tẹ́ ń bá wa manage oríṣiríṣi organization tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò ilé tẹ̀síwájú. Mo kí ẹ̀yin sisters mi náà, mo kí ẹ̀yin mothers wa, mo kí ẹ̀yin prayer warriors. Ẹ jẹ́ ká má worry nípa gbogbo tó ń lọ pé Yorùbá Nation ní wáyé. Àwọn kọ́ ló máa sọ yẹn torí pé in tó fi lè mú pé ó jáde síta bá a fẹ́ lọ kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè dá padà. Igboho is doing very well. We are grateful to the mother, to the wives, to the children. We understand it's not easy not to see your dad, your mother all the time together. But it's just a matter of time. Igboho will be remembered. Ànábì tiwa ni, Jésù Kristi tiwa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹni. So èmi ò rí Jésù rí, èmi ò dẹ̀ ránà bí rí. A kò gbọ́ náà ni, a dẹ̀ believe. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. A kò gbọ́, a dẹ̀ believe. Believe yẹn là ń lò. Tóbi pé tó bá ṣe àdúrà, tó bá fa kúnkúṣì, tó fa tẹ̀sùbá 1000, ìdé mi mú wá nísìnyí mo lè sọ pé báyìí ló wà. Quran yẹn, Bible wà níbà. Ìyẹn náà nígbàgbọ́ sí pé bí wọ́n bá ṣàdúrà wà ló gbọ́. But Igboho táwa mọ̀ lẹ́nu, ànábì tiwa ni. Kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ṣe. Ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ back to back. mo sọ fún yín pé loyalty mi àwọn kan máa sọ pé wọ́n fi loyalty sọ́dọ̀ Ìgbòho, ìwọ fi loyalty tẹ sọ́dọ̀ Jésù náà, torí Jésù rí ni, torí ànábì rí ni, ó rí wọn rí náà, ṣèbó gbọ́ ìtàn ni ló fi mọ̀ pé Jésù wáyé, ó dẹ̀ gbọ́ tànábì. Èmi rí Ìgbòho ni, mo fílẹ̀ tọwọ́ báyìí, èmi ò fílà ànábì, àwọn tó fílà ànábì èmi ò pàdé wọn nígbà tí mo máa fi bí èmi ní 1978, èmi fílì Ìgbòho lọ́wọ́, mo sọ fún pé mò ń bọ̀ Nàìjíríà, mo fi wá rí, nígbà tí mo rí báyìí mo dì í mú báyìí, nígbà tó máa bọ́lẹ̀ sí rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú pọ́n ẹni coordinator ó dì mú mú báyìí, adira wa mú mo fílẹ̀ mo rí pé èèyàn lélẹ̀ kò ń ṣàǹjọ̀nù bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ lè dárín èmi àti Ìgbòho rú. Mo sọ fún yín pé ó ní agbẹnusọ tó dáńtọ́ dáadáa, gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ mo ní kó fi sílẹ̀ fún èmi àti àwọn tó kù. Yorùbá nation no going back. Yorùbá nation no retreat no surrender. Mo bá Tinubu jà ṣe rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí àti Tinubu èébú díẹ̀ mo drop it down torí pé mo ń gbọ́ feedback mi. Mo sọ fún yín pé kò cost me anything, mo hate it, kò cost me anything láti pè ní ẹni orúkọ tó bá wùn ìdìbò èpè bọ̀ nítorí pé mo ń gbọ́ feedback. But for now Ìgbòho sọ pé Yorùbá nation títí di wákàtí èyí tá sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí ó ní Yorùbá nation for life, gbogbo tó sọnù Ọlọ́run bá ń dá padà fún láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you so much, and as usual ẹ ti mọ̀ pé you don see Ìgbòho la máa gbọ́ ká tó wá máa tẹ̀síwájú. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá wá sọ pé báwo ni ti Ìgbòho ṣe jẹ́ àfàlẹ́ Elédùmarè lọ́wọ́. Ìgbòho òòṣà ìmọ́lẹ̀ tiwa nìyẹn.
Ọjà ìlànà Navy blue check, Jákámọ̀, 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 Dọ́sìbò, Dọ́sìbò, Ìgbò, ọ̀gá ti wà confused, the love is too much, 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 Jákámọ̀, Jákámọ̀, let's go. Ọjà ìlànà àgbà, Navy blue check.
And that is how far we can go. Like I always say, Timari mo stage mommy wa. Wọ́n ní mo kú díẹ̀. Dàbí bàbá sùwé tẹ́lẹ̀. Sometimes it's always like that. Bí spirit mi bá ṣe lọ náà ni mo dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. But grandma mi kan ní, Yomi, you look very cool. Mo fẹ́ look cool. Ìyá mi kan ní náà. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́nkàn. Ṣé ẹ jẹ́ ká play anthem ká máa lọ. Thank you so much. A gbìyànjú láti padà wá ní ọwọ́ ọ̀rọ̀lẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kí mi náà tún lọ ṣe one or two things behind the scene. Ó jẹ́ gbogbo àná lèmi náà wà online, but at least I have other things to do as a family man. But mo sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ tèmi ló wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jí mi, ìyàn kan tẹ̀ pé láàárọ̀ ìbúrọ̀dá àwọn staff mi. Ó ní ọ̀gá, náà kí mixel àárín ìrántí pa ọ́. Mo sọ nǹkan míì tó yàtọ̀ sí tí mo máa ń sọ lórí program. Ó ní òun gbọ́n kankan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó ní ó dà pé ó dẹ̀ ti wà hàn náà ẹ̀ láti pẹ́. Ó dà pé tí mo ṣe lórí fóònù mi ni mo tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mo pa. Èmi ò ní sọ nǹkan míì tí mo ní lè sọ lórí social media. Koiki lèmi jẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde mọ ní tẹ́ǹbà dì a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọnú another era of Yorùbá nation and ìrìjù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ó dàbọ̀ shalom shalom.
She said,
bá fojú ko eruku ata abẹ́ ń bẹ eruku ata tí o ti fojú ko àbá wà gbogbo Nàìjíríà ẹ bá fojú ko ata ẹ lójú.
Ọmọ Oòduà. Ọ̀gá Fúlàní ló jẹ́ o. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni. Kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sílùú mìíràn.
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.
Ojo gàté, kò jọ gàté, Yorùbá nation ṣe bí eré, ó kéde ara rẹ̀. Yorùbá nation rèé o, ó dúró nàtán. Yorùbá nation, ó dúró gédégbé làwa wà, ó dúró gbáǹkéké, ó dúró gbáǹkọ́gbì bí ọ̀pá ọ̀ranyàn káàkiri nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà. Ìlú tí a tẹ̀dó sí orókè Oòduà, onílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò lè farasin. Yorùbá nation ti dúró nàtán fáyé rí ní USA. Ló bá tán, ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà Oòduà lábẹ́ olùdarí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n àgbà Banji Akíntóyè ẹ̀ka ti USA lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso Barrister Adékúnjọ ń ló gbé akéde Yorùbá nation yìí kalẹ̀ kàǹkà. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ là fi sọ̀yà o, àjèjì ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù lórí, kárìn kápọ̀ yíyẹni. Gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà àti lágbàáyé ńlá pè láti darapọ̀ mẹ́gbẹ́ wa yìí ní www.ilanausa.org tàbí kí ẹ pè wá sí 202-210-3251. Yorùbá nation kéde ara rẹ̀ fáyé rí, ojú tẹlẹ́gàn. Yorùbá nation is calling. Sons and daughters of Yoruba land and citizens of the world, behold, the Yoruba nation has come to stay. The billboard is magnificent. It is beautiful. It is second to none. It is historic. Sons and daughters of Oduduwa land, this is a clarion call for you to be part of history. Make haste and join Ilana Oma Oòduà USA at www.ilanausa.org. Today, as tomorrow may be too late, Yoruba nation is second to none. Call us today at 202-210-3251. Yoruba nation, Ògo Adúláwọ̀.
KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Mr. Samson Adekunle, thank you so much. To my beautiful mother and to my family and all the family of Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho, Professor Banji Akintoye, Professor Banji Akintoye, Chief Ayidoge Mokiwubonyo. And you better pàdé ní ọwọ́ alẹ́, kò ní wà too late, hopefully. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now.